Up. We have some great styles in men's, the Doc, the Dusty, and the Earl. Ladies, we have the Maggie, the Jamie, the Abby, and the Annie. The Covas, born in Texas, made by hand. There's nothing like pulling on a perfect pair of boots. After all, good times usually follow a good pair of boots.
Work boots and Vanderbilt.
The Southeast of Saline School District has a long-standing reputation for excellence. This excellence in public education has been a source of great pride and one of the factors contributing to the quality of life in our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation works in partnership with the USD 306 School District and the community that it serves to maximize student potential, thereby creating a lasting legacy, not only for our children, but for our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation salutes the Trojan Sports Program.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Welcome back here to Southeast of Saline. It is Countdown to Tip-Off, brought to you by L&L Advisors, and getting ready for Southeast of Saline basketball, ladies first. And boy, Tyler, when you take a look at the league standings right now, Beloit in the thick of it in a chase for the league title. They have one league loss, and that was to Sacred Heart. But Beloit and Sacred Heart both have the same league record at 7-1 coming into tonight. Your league games tonight, Sacred Heart, you can watch them if you want, either live or on demand at Lions as the Knights visit the Lions. Also, Ellsworth taking on Minneapolis. Republic County is off tonight. And we do have a third game tonight as the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. Salina South is taking on Mays. Tyler Henry with the call on that for a girls and boys doubleheader. You can watch that anytime on demand or live on salinapost.com or on YouTube. Tell you what, though, league standings, they can only get you so far. Right now, Sacred Heart Beloit battling for that league standing. Southeast of Saline still with an outside shot at 5-3 and still some important games left. But isn't the focus right now when you get down to these last 2 weeks of the season and 4 games left for Southeast of Saline, boy, you're really looking at those sub-state standings because Southeast of Saline kind of hovering right there, but it's a slippery slope. You drop a couple of games here down the stretch, you're going to slide quite some ways. And right now they're looking to improve their standings or hold on to the standings that they have in that very, very tough sub-state in which they are going to play in after the regular season.
Yeah, so when you do the sub-state standings, if you go in Acacia and you look at the standings, Halstead's locked in at that 1 seed. I mean, they're undefeated, defending state champs. So what you want to do, and let's just talk. We can talk about this. Coaching staff, they don't talk. They don't care who they play. You want to be a 2 or a 3, right? Because that means with the format that we saw from last year that, we're still rolling with this year, is you can avoid them until the state tournament. So you want to stay in that 2 and 3. You want to be locked in there. But there's gauntlets. There's gauntlet for Southeast. There's a gauntlet for every other team in that 2 and 3, 4, 5. There's so many teams kind of, just fighting really hard. The last couple of games for a lot of these teams are really tough. The league, let's just push it to the side. It's all about just now you're getting better. What Sacred Heart has done in this league, they've made it extremely difficult. We talked about what they've done. This might be one of the few times Sacred Heart fans might be watching dual screens. They're going to be rooting for Southeast because a Southeast victory could lead to a Sacred Heart, an easier path for their, league title win, and that's fine. But you got to just get better. You got to make sure you're playing your best basketball as you enter March. In postseason, it's warm as we're coming to the gym, which feels weird. That means that postseason basketball's on its way. You got to make sure you're doing that, but you really want to get that 2 and 3 seed if you're just playing that game of how do we avoid Halstead. And I'll tell you what, Shauna Smith, Steve Reedy, they don't give a toot, who they play, but we can say this. You want to avoid Halstead as long as you can because they just are kind of the blue blood, of 3A right now.
Ironically, when you say that, and everybody is kind of looking at Halstead, and it is defending state champion, they're undefeated, all that. But, boy, when you really dig into their numbers and see what they've done, especially last week, they went down to the wire with a Heston team and with a Hillsboro team and barely got those victories. You look at their numbers, and you take the name off the jersey, and I look at those numbers and I go, well, that's Southeast of Saline. They are very, very similar.
Yeah, exactly. And you see, I think they have just a couple, like, they're two-digit win. They're 2-point wins against Heston, against Halstead. They're close games. And those are teams that play each other all the time. And we talk about, league games are a lot more difficult. You're going against them. People know you know them. But I don't think that scares Southeast at all. But as you move forward, you're just excited to play these games, but you got to be peaking at the right time. And I don't think you can take the Sacred Heart loss Here's and we'll get into this, as the game gets going. But you can't take a loss and make it a negative, right? Like Sacred Heart is just the basketball they're playing right now. They're doing this to everybody. They're making things extremely difficult. You just got to go out and make sure that you learn from that loss and make sure the mistakes aren't there tonight.
For tonight, let's focus on Beloit. Let's go over starters for you for the Beloit Trojans. Under the direction of Coach Creason, they will bring in Carly Smith. She has been a delight for Beloit and a welcome addition in her senior season. The 5'7" guard is a homeschool player that is playing her first year of sanctioned high school basketball for Beloit High. She averages 20.4 points a game. She's the leading scorer on this Beloit team. She's also the leader in steals and assists. She gets about 3.5 steals and 3 assists per contest, along with 7.5 rebounds. With her in the starting lineup will be Samantha Thompson. 5 points, 2.5 rebounds a game for Thompson. Also London Knight in the starting lineup. Regan Cheney in the starting lineup as well. She's a 6'1 junior, 15 points a game. Also the leading rebounder on this Beloit team at 10.5 rebounds per contest. And a sophomore, Landry Litton, in the starting lineup as well. 4.5 points a game, also 4.5 rebounds for Litton and the Beloit Lady Trojans, who average 56 points a game on offense. For Southeast of Saline, under the direction of head coach Shauna Smith, assisted by Steve Riddy and Kylie Holmes, they will start the 2 sophomores in the backcourt. Reese Heinrich, a 5'2" sophomore, 8.5 points, 2.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists per contest. Kaya Samuelson leads the team in scoring and also assists and steals. She gets 12.5 points a game, also 5.5 rebounds, 3.5 assists per contest, and also has accumulated 47 steals on the season. Sutton Douglas is a 5'7" senior, 6.5 points a game, also 5.5 rebounds. She leads the team in rebounding. Also Reagan Duran, a 5'5" junior, 7 points, 3 rebounds a game. And Abigail Person, a 5'7" senior, 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists per contest. We will take our final break. When we come back, we will have the tip for you. We will get this doubleheader of Trojan basketball underway. It's the ladies coming up next. After this timeout, it's our last one before the action starts here on KINA.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support. Thank you for choosing local.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits. APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Hi, this is Angela Gephardt from the Bank of Tuscan, and I'm still cheering on SES Trojans. Just like a great basketball team, we're here to assist, pass, and score big with you with our lineup of winning banking products. Whether you're looking to save with our traditional high-yield savings account, earn with Kasasa-free checkings, or secure your future with competitive loan options, we've got the tools to help you slam dunk your financial goals. Stop by one of our branches or visit Bank of Tuscan to learn more. The Bank of Tuscan, member FDIC.
Can-Equip's annual twine and net wrap sales event is on now. Save with preseason pricing on genuine C&H twine for round balers and square balers, small or large. Choose from a variety of proven net wrap like Armor Net, Legacy, Balekeeper, American Net, and Varsity Net. Maximum length and maximum strength for the performance you expect. See your parts professional for select rebates and ordering at Can-Equip in Solomon.
At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Jathan Show introducing the starting lineups to the crowd still filing in here at southeast of Saline's Gymnasium. First time we've been here since January 16th. It is good to be home. We have gone over the starting lineups for Beloit. It's Carly Smith, Samantha Thompson, Reagan Cheney, Landry Litton, and London Knight. For southeast of Saline, it's Heinrich, Samuelson, Douglas Duran, and Pearson. Tyler, last time these two teams met, it was in 2025. It was December 12th, 12-12, and a 47-40 win for the Beloit Lady Trojans. It was the fourth game of the season for Southeast of Saline. What do you remember from that game, and what can Southeast of Saline use from that contest to get a win here tonight?
Well, that was game one without Abigail Pearson. I mean, you're trying to figure out how you're going to do things. You're trying to sort defensive formations, how you're going to roll, who's your quarterback out there. Tight game, tough game. Beloit came out, on top that night. I'm interested to see how you take care of Reagan Cheney. First of all, you have to make sure you know where Carly Smith is. The point guard is electric. She can do so many things. She can pass. She can score. She's going to grab boards. She can score to all three levels. But it's Reagan Cheney that killed Southeast in the first matchup. That's kind of, Abigail's sweet spot, right? Like, she can do so many things, so many different levels. She's going to be a key to look at tonight. But, the keys to success is you got to fight. I mean, this has been a Southeast team, despite the 13-4 record, the good things we've seen them do. We've yet to see them put together 4 quarters. You got to put together 4 quarters. Coach Shauna Smith said this to me, earlier. She wants a fight tonight. She wants to absolutely go out there. She wants 4 full quarters. The losses that Southeast has, we haven't seen great fourth quarters from. In an ideal world, she wants this game tight in the fourth quarter, and she wants her girls to fight.
Broadcast, of course, here on KINA. Also live stream video paired with the radio broadcast on SalinaPost.com. Brought to you tonight by Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, Dr. Andrew Westbrook. Southeast of Saline in their home white jerseys trimmed in purple and black. Beloit in their road blacks trimmed in orange and white. Here's the tip. It'll go back to Carly Smith, and she will start things out here for the Beloit Trojans. She'll play it on the handoff to Samantha Thompson. Thompson tries the left-hand side, now gives it up to Smith. Here's Smith right down the middle of the lane on the right-hand side, up and in. 2 points for Carly Smith. We both have different perspectives on this game. You said yours and Reagan Cheney keeping her off the boards. I think that's definitely valid as Abigail Pearson scores. I think the key for Southeast is limiting Carly Smith again. Yeah. They held her to 10 points the first meeting.
Yeah, limiting Carly Smith was great, and that kept Southeast in the game. But she did so many other things, but Carly Smith can do it all, as we saw right there in that first possession from Beloit.
There's a ball that is in a scrum in the corner. Seemed to go on for quite some time. That it ends up coming out and going out of bounds. Last touch, it looked like by Samuelson. And now Southeast will retreat a little bit towards half court here.
And if you see what Beloit, their success, since that fourth game, it's Carly Smith just getting more adapted to this high school game. We talked about her being a homeschool kid, coming over here now playing in this offensive and defense, as you see right there. Litton right there with the 2 from 10 feet away, but it's Smith just understanding the high school game and getting more and more involved.
Litton with the basket, the sophomore in the starting lineup here. Now a attempted pick up top. Smith thought she had Pearson, but Pearson spun her around, then found Douglas down low for an and-one opportunity. Pearson took all those lemons and made lemonade with them as she spun off Smith in the attempted steal attempt and then turned her direction directly underneath the basket where she found Sutton Douglas for a potential three-point play.
Yeah, a lot of times that chaos, it's a tough catch and finish, but Sutton right there, Douglas just catches the basketball, goes right up, draws the contact, and one opportunity.
Douglas free throw, she got it, and she completes that three-point play. Southeast up by 1. 5-4 is our score. Here's Smith with it up the floor now. She's going to get into the hands of Thompson. Thompson all the way to the baseline, pulls up and scores. Right-hand side, short corner that time for Thompson, and Beloit takes the lead back 6-5.
Yeah, no angle right there from Thompson. That's an impressive shot. When I say no angle, I mean there's no backboard there. She just goes up straight baseline. Nice finish from Thompson.
Douglas with it. They spin it around now. Duran, Pearson. Now to Samuelson on the far side. Back into Duran. She pulls it up and under. Nothing there. Underhand pass now to Douglas at the elbow. She'll drive, has it slapped out of her hands, and then recovered by Beloit. Good job by the Beloit Trojans that time, keeping that basketball from going out of bounds. Here come the visiting Trojans from Beloit, leading by 1. Smith along the baseline was falling out of bounds, saved it in. Here's a shot up by Beloit. That's no good. Samuelson with the rebound. Here comes Kaya. Kaya now out to the left-hand side for a transition 3 from Heinrich. That's no good. Rebound inside being fought for, and once again, it is controlled and taken by Landry Litton, who is just controlling the paint right now on both ends.
And Devin, let's talk about that transition. You want to see Samuelson just continue to attack the rim. Just go. Just be a scorer. She has Heinrich floating out to the outside for that outside 3, but Samuelson's just going to attack. You're the scorer on this team. she's the leading scorer coming in. We saw her put up 30 not too long ago. You got to attack if you're Kaya Samuelson.
Here's a steal by Samuelson off to Pearson. Pearson left that high off the window, maybe a little too high, and it does not go in. And the steal for Southeast of Saline goes unproductive on offense. 6-5 still our score. Beloit leading by 1. Now with the ball back on their offensive end.
And again, a good look from Samuelson to Pearson. Just tough angle for Pearson. Again, Samuelson, just go up. Like, you've got to kind of have that alpha, roll in your head. Like, I'm going to take the shot. I'd rather take the shot and miss a shot than give it to somebody else.
There's a box out by Pearson. She gets a ball that was partially blocked by Sutton Douglas on Litton's shot. Here's Samuelson now, left-hand wing. She'll try the short corner baseline. Might have got clipped a little bit there on the right elbow. Beloit will bring it away on the rebound after the air ball. 6-5, Beloit with it. In the backcourt, Thompson struggling with Samuelson right now defensively. Samuelson all over her, nearly got a 5 count. Now Thompson will pick the ball up and break the count. Here's a left side 3 by Beloit. That misses badly. Ball on the deck, picked up by Heinrich. Here comes Reese running. 3-on-3 break. Reese all the way down Broadway, down the middle of the floor. Her right-handed layup won't go down. Again, tough angle for Southeast to try to get that layup.
It was, but I like the attack. It was a 2-on-3, but at least Reese got herself to the rim. She got the shot up. She'll make that if she has another opportunity to see a big-time 3 hit by Beloit.
Autumn Lorenz, fresh off the bench for Beloit. She brings a little bit of a punch off the bench for Beloit, almost 5 points a game, 2 rebounds. But right down the offensive end for Southeast is Reagan Duran with her first bucket.
You're going to see these teams go back and forth. It's going to, you got to keep your head up if you're trying to keep score at home, or if you're watching. There's going to be a lot of transition buckets going on.
Steal by Duran, then Carly Smith ends up with it. She falls down with a dribble. There's another scrum on the floor. This one in front of the Southeast bench, and it's going to be Southeast of Saline basketball.
Yeah, look like Carly Smith right there, just in transition, gets tripped up. I like it because it's incidental contact, no foul called, nothing. But all of a sudden, there's just absolute mayhem on the floor. You see diving bodies. Alternate possession goes to Southeast.
Charlotte Knopf, Taryn gets into the game for the first time for Southeast of Saline. They will give Samuelson and Douglas a break. It's a 2-point Beloit lead. 9-7 our score. Halfway through the first quarter to play. Durant swings it around to Heinrich. Now to Getz. Taryn fakes the 3. She wants to drive. Now plays it back out after she takes on the double team to Pearson. Pearson standing in the corner where Getz came from. Now back out to Heinrich. Heinrich with a little head and shoulder fake. Has the ball stripped, but she gets it back. Plays it to Durant. Pearson ends up with it open from 3. That's off the right-hand side, no good. And another rebound by Beloit down low. Controlling it once again is Landry Litton.
Yeah, Litton just doing a great job, just attacking the boards. Right there, a ball just sliding around on the floor. She makes sure she's on the floor first to get it.
Lob pass inside. Southeast broke it up. Beloit's going to save it, though, off the left leg of Taryn Getz. Nice play there by Beloit Samantha Thompson to keep that ball alive. Beloit will inbound underneath their own bucket, leading by 2.
Yeah, Thompson saw the loose ball. She knew she had to go after it, or else a Southeast player is going to get it. Just gets it, throws it off of Southeast, keeps the basketball with Beloit.
Way up top, Litton has it. Now she'll hand it off to Carly Smith. Smith directing traffic here. Now off to Thompson. Thompson tests the baseline. Heinrich there to shut her off. Now a turnaround inside. That won't go down from the right block. Pearson there defending. She also gets the rebound. 3:12 left to go. Opening period. Getz has it. Right-hand side now back to Abigail Pearson. They'll swing it around through Heinrich. Now Knopf. Back to Heinrich. Man-to-man defense being applied here on both ends of the floor. Here's Duran with a head and shoulder fake. She finds Heinrich on the opposite side of the floor. Reese for 3. She got it to go. Reese Heinrich cans the 3. Southeast back up by 1.
Devin, it was a ball moving on the perimeter. Just goes side to side, side to side. The Beloit defense couldn't keep up. It leaves Reese wide open for that baseline 3.
Loose ball on the floor. Beloit's going to pick it up. Now they go high post to Litton. She's going to drive. Shot blocked by Knopf. Charlotte takes it away. Here comes Taryn. Gets out of the crowd with it. Taryn looking up the floor. There's Knopf. It's going to be tipped out of bounds. Nearly had a layup inside as Charlotte that time went baseline to baseline, but that ball deflected out of bounds by Beloit. It will stay with Southeast.
And that's where you're going to play the strength. Like, Knopf did a great job there as she's going down low. If you don't give her that ball, you got to give her that ball soon. If it gets that late, that's not her strength right there, and that's where the ball gets tipped away, but it stays with Southeast.
Off the inbounds, Veda Durfee into the game for Southeast of Saline. Abba Pearson lost the basketball. The official on the baseline said it was Beloit ball. He got overruled by the sideline. Good teamwork there by the officiating crew. And they will keep it here with Southeast of Saline as Samuelson back into the game will inbounds.
When you saw Abba, as soon as that ball was going out of bounds, she made no attempt to go after it. She kind of knew what was going on with it.
Pearson dropped the basketball, then picked it up off the bounce and fired it at the rim. It comes up in an air ball, and Beloit will take it away. 2:17 left to go. Southeast leading by 1. Still working our way through the first quarter here, this NCAA contest. Inside, turnaround shot, up, no good, rebound. Veda Durfee had it poked away from behind, but Samuelson there to pick it up. 2 minutes left to go, first quarter. Kaya inside to Knopf. Charlotte turns, knocks it off the board. That won't go. Durfee, though, on the backside with the rebound. She brought it down to her waist, and she's tied up, and that arrow will go with Beloit.
Yeah, good job from the freshman Durfee getting that offensive rebound. The next step is keeping that ball above your head and then just going up strong. As soon as that ball came down, Beloit defenders were all over it, ties the basketball up, going to Beloit. But again, those are steps and processes that happen with a freshman. She does the great job of attacking the offensive board, keep that ball above your head, and just rely on your athleticism. You're a flipping Durfee. I know the Durfees very well. Just rely on that athleticism and go up strong.
Pearson checks out of the game, back in. Sutton Douglas, 1:45 left to go here in the first quarter. Thompson for three, off the backboard and in. Samantha Thompson has 5 early on. Now a full court pass up the floor. Durfee looked like she got hacked from behind. They're going to call it a clean block, and it comes back the other way to Beloit leading by 2.
Yeah, and that's what Veda could do. Just gets to the other side. Looks like there was a lot of contact there. Goes up strong. Not a foul call. Unfortunate for Southeast. Now you get a lock up defensively.
Here's a drive and a shot put up. That clangs hard off the board by Thompson. Taryn Getz got it out, tried to play it to Heinrich, and that ball goes out of bounds as those two miscommunicate, and it stays with Beloit now.
Yeah, they did. It's one of those things you want to go fast, but you got to make sure you're under control. It's calm and it's smooth as opposed to fast. That's what how transition works. You can't be super fast and out of control. You just got to be smooth and calm with it. Right there, just saw Taryn Getz sped up a little bit trying to get the ball to Reese.
1:05 left to go, first quarter. Beloit with the basketball, leading by 2. Smith with it on the right-hand side, guarded by Samuelson. Tried to step through on Kaya, and she will. That's a heck of a move by Carly Smith, and her second basket of the game.
Yeah, the defense is really good right there from Samuelson, but just a better offensive move from Smith. As you see right there, Reagan just gets caught, I think, running before she caught the basketball, got caught for a travel.
14-10. It's a 4-point lead for Beloit. They get the ball back after the turnover for Southeast. Inside of a minute left to play here in the opening quarter. It's been a good one so far. Nobody has led by more than 4. Right now, Beloit enjoying the biggest lead of the quarter for either team. Here's Smith wanting to drive. Douglas there to shut her off. She tried to lean into Sutton. Now she's going to fall down. She's on the baseline, and the ball goes back the other way to southeast of Saline.
I mean, she was completely out of bounds. Yes. I don't know what the official was looking at.
Dribbling with her right hand while her right leg was resting on the baseline.
This is a game, this is part of Sutton Douglas's game that makes her so valuable. She can come out and defend a perimeter player like that as dangerous as Carly Smith. You saw right there. They want to get the switch, but Douglas just did a good job just using that baseline as a 6th defender and just guided her that way.
Clock down to 20. Here's Duran for 3. That one's too strong, no good. Fight for the rebound, controlled by Thompson for Beloit. Beloit has it with 12 seconds left to go. Smith across the timeline with 8. Now she'll fire it off to the left-hand side. Pearson there to knock it out of bounds. It will stay here at Beloit. 5.3 left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, this has been everything we thought it would be, right? Just both teams going back and forth. We've seen the stars shine. You know, we've seen loose balls. Just everybody's going after them. Rebounds, turnovers, not a lot of them. Not a lot of fouls. Just good basketball right now.
Only had 1 foul called on each team. Here's Smith with a step-back 3 at the buzzer. That won't go. Heinrich will clean it up just for good housekeeping, and we're at the end of 1. Beloit leads it 14-10 as we hit the end of the first quarter. The radio broadcast here on KINA for Lady Trojan basketball and live stream video on SalinaPost.com, brought to you by Maury Clinic Sports Medicine and Dr. Andrew Westbrook here on KINA.
Lily Pad Septic.
Oh, hi. I've got a big night planned for Valentine's Day. Candles, dinner, string quartet, and I'm proposing.
Aw, that's amazing.
Yeah, unless this septic smell ruins it. There's a funk in the yard.
Ugh, you're right to call. Cole.
I'm on it, Callie.
The freakishly fast frog.
Hello, sir. Love is in the air, but so is sulfur.
I was going to pop the question on Valentine's Day.
She'd remember it, but just not for the right reasons. I'll jump in and see what's going on.
Paul asked me out for the first time on Valentine's Day.
Well, I hope my proposal goes as well as Cole's did.
Your tank's full, sir, and your drain field's squishy. She deserves a sparkling ring and a clean tank. I've got to tell Callie.
Come home safe, Flush.
If you need a flush in a rush, call Lily Pad Septic.
Lily Pad Septic. Thank you both. Wish me luck.
Callie, give me a kiss.
So you can turn back into Cole?
Nope, because I love you.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA.
Second quarter is here, 14-10. Beloit leading Southeast of Saline. Southeast starts out with the basketball. Heinrich, Douglas, Pearson, Samuelson, Duran. Heinrich nearly had the ball taken away. She comes back to get it, and is knocked to the deck by Autumn Lorenz. Her first foul. Tyler, that is only the third total foul we've had called in this game so far.
Just really good defense, right? Really good defense, really good positioning, getting rebounds. You know, that's where we see a lot of these fouls is on rebounds. Just teams that are coached really well, good athletes, just keeping that foul count down.
Heinrich on the kick out from Pearson. She tries a right wing three. That won't go down. Rattles off. Beloit with the rebound. 14-10. Here come the black and orange cladded Beloit Lady Trojans. They'll fire it off to the right. Lorenz has it. Basketball above her head. Now she'll go to the high post for a jump shot. That is up and good. Reagan Cheney. Boy, just a lot of space there for Reagan Cheney to make that shot.
Yeah, you definitely got to be inner body, right? Sutton Douglas's job right there is to make sure you're inside of that cylinder, if you will. Make sure you're in that body. Make sure it's really difficult.
Here's Samuelson inside. Her shot won't go. Tip out will keep it alive. Samuelson claims it. Now to Heinrich. Now they'll swing it to Pearson. She'll shoot the three. That's off the mark, no good. Southeast struggling from the outside here to start this game. The only outside shot they've made thus far was for Reese Heinrich. She had a three-pointer in the first quarter. Beloit with it. Inside now. One to Litton. Litton's turnaround won't go down. Heinrich inside, battling for the rebound. Here comes Reese. Speeding up the left-hand side of the floor, but she is, no matter where she turns, as a Beloit Trojan there to greet her. Here's Pearson inside. She's hammered from behind. And free throws coming up for Abigail Pearson. A little give-and-go action that time between Pearson and Samuelson.
Yeah, Carly Smith called for the foul. Come from behind. I was going to say not nice things if that wasn't going to be a foul call. We saw a similar thing on Turfy earlier in the first quarter. I was like, how is that not going to be a foul? But just a great give-and-go. Pearson to the free throw line.
Abigail Pearson's free throw is up and good. Head coach Keith Creason trying to get his squad on the floor squared away where he wants it. I think he had somebody come off that he didn't want and promptly took care of that. Here's Pearson's second free throw. Up and good. 4 points so far for Abigail Pearson. 16-12, back to a 4-point advantage. Here's a pick and a steal. Duran takes it away to the left-hand side of the bucket and a score. Reagan Duran with the pick and the score.
Well, not only the steal from Duran, but then in traffic to just stop her body. We talk about, jump stops all the time. It's more about changing the pace. That's what Duran did. Strong finish from the junior.
Beloit got it down the floor. Samuelson back to contest the backside shot. Good coverage there by Kaya, taking on that press along with Sutton Douglas. They stopped the initial surge. Now a big foul that went, maybe big contact. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't a foul down low. That's Cheney and Douglas bang into each other.
Devin, I'll tell you this, regardless if it's foul or no foul, it's the contact from Douglas that creates that a tougher shot on Cheney. Yep. We didn't see that the first matchup, right? We just saw Cheney. She catches the ball. She's got a great shot from 15 feet in. You put a little contact on it that makes everything a little bit more difficult. Foul or no foul, great job from Douglas to create that contact.
16-14, Beloit leading. Southeast with the ball, trailing by 2. Here's Heinrich inside. Try to get it back into Douglas, and the ball will go off of a couple of different sets of hands and turned over for the 5th time for Southeast.
Yeah, you're seeing an emphasis on that backdoor cut. But with Cheney there, you then have to make that additional pass. So you have to be ready if you're going to be that third person that catches the basketball right there. You got to be ready for a quick pass and go up strong.
There's Thompson for 3. That's no good. And the rebound sticks to the right hand of Abigail Pearson. Thompson hit a 3 in the first quarter off the backboard. That one, no such luck. Now Pearson, top of the key to Douglas. Now to Duran. Duran jockeying for position over there as she goes right into the chest of Autumn Lorenz. Ball goes out of bounds and will stay with Southeast of Saline. Charlotte Knopf comes into the game. She will replace Sutton Douglas.
And when we talk about all the minutes that Knopf had to play early on, it's moments like this that make it great. She's going to come in for a 2 or 3 minute spell. She's going to give you great minutes. You know that. We've already seen her start games and do great doing that. But it's just, this is the added depth that Southeast now has.
Pearson comes up from behind and pokes a dribble out, lands in the hands of Samuelson. Kaya back down the other way. She'll kick it out to Duran. Now to Pearson. Abba with a big step. Now she wants to drive. Got tangled up with a Beloit Trojan. Goes to the deck. And the ball squirts free into the hands of Beloit. 6 turnovers for Southeast, and Beloit on the other end with a right-handed layup. Autumn Lorenz now has 5. 18-14. Samuelson with it here for Southeast. She'll drive, a little pump fake, now up off the window and scores. That's a crafty move by Kaya Samuelson for her first bucket of the night.
And again, it's change of pace, right? Like we talk about this all the time. If you go full throttle all the time, you're going to be in trouble. You just change the pace right there. She comes back on the other side with a big block, Kaya Samuelson.
There's a block by Samuelson. Beloit has it. Their second attempt won't go. Their third attempt is finally called for a foul, and it will send a Beloit Lady Trojan to the free throw line. Reagan Cheney will go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
Yeah, initial good transition defense from Samuelson, and all of a sudden nobody else gets the basketball. You got to make sure you're attacking the basketball to make sure you grab that defensive rebound and don't give Beloit second chance opportunities.
That one was a third chance opportunities. Pearson picked up her first foul. Cheney's first free throw rattles off, no good.
I'm not great at math. I can't, once we get past one, it's going to be pretty difficult.
Durfee back in, along with Duran, Taryn Getz. They'll join Heinrich and Samuelson on the floor. Cheney's second free throw hits the front of the rim. Now off a couple of sets of hands, then off the belly of Reagan Duran as it was saved by Carly Smith. It will stay here with Beloit.
It's stuff like that Carly Smith does, right? It's that stuff you always think, but you're not doing. Like Carly Smith right there, understood. She had no opportunity to get the basketball, just gets it, tosses it off a Southeast player.
Lob pass into Cheney, missed that one badly. Durfee battling for the rebound, lost it. It goes out of bounds, but last touch by Beloit, and it'll go back the other way for Southeast of Saline's possession, down by 2.
In a game that you're thinking that, it's going to come down to the fourth quarter and possessions, that's an empty possession for Beloit where they had multiple opportunities. I mean, that's a win for Southeast. You dodged multiple bullets right there. You can't have many more of those possessions right now for Southeast.
4 chances at the rim to score, including 2 free throws. Now Southeast loses it, and it goes back the other way. Turnover number 7. Smith inside the paint, in traffic, gets it to go. Carly Smith, and a timeout will be called, Southeast of Saline. 3:51 left to go here in the second quarter. 20-16, Beloit back up by 4, and a 30-second timeout will step away here quickly for a 30 on KINA.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
During the winter months, we all rack up a lot of miles, especially following the SES basketball and wrestling teams. Isaacson Truckline is a proud supporter of the Southeast Trojans and wants to remind everyone to be safe on the roads this season. For local and long-haul service of freight and livestock, call Isaacson Truckline.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Just under 4 minutes left to go here, second quarter, 20-16. Beloit leading by 4, 3:51 left to play. Here back at Southeast of Saline's home gymnasium for the first time since the middle of January. Heinrich has the basketball. She'll play it right to Durfee. Veda now looking. She has Taryn Getz top of the circle. 4 out, 1 in. A lot of motion here by Southeast of Saline on this possession. Let's see what the Lady Trojans from Southeast can come up with. Duran had it in the middle. Now back to Samuelson. Kai on a crossover. Gets to the cup. Hard off the window. Bothered there by Cheney when she went to shoot. Now the ball battled for as Veda Durfee collided with a Beloit Lady Trojan. The ball goes out of bounds and it will go to Beloit.
So Reagan Cheney, her value, we know what she can do offensively, but defensively, she's just a rim protector. So you got to make sure on that backside, getting ready for rebounds, you've got to get offensive rebounds. If she's going to come protect the rim, you got to make sure someone's filling in and grabbing those boards that she's taking herself out of the position for because she's protecting that rim.
Freshman Elliott Weston into the game now. She's 5'6", averages about 3.5 points a game this season on the varsity level. Here's Smith inside. As she goes up to score and collects the foul. She has a chance at a 3-point play.
Yeah, Smith just did a good job in the offense. Just understanding if she gets herself to the block, she gets on her. And again, Smith can score at all 3 levels. This is going to be a girl you're going to watch play at the next level. A senior playing her first year at Bethany. First year at Beloit. Just super impressive. She's a scorer. She can kill you in so many different ways, and right there we saw it from down low.
Free throw is up and good. 5 points in the quarter, 9 for the game here so far for Carly Smith. Here's Samuelson for 3. Boy, Southeast needed that one. Kaya Samuelson gets a 3. She cuts back into that 7-point lead. Now it's a 4-point game. Near steal here, Southeast. It goes out of bounds before Heinrich can get it at the end of the Beloit bench.
Yeah, and I don't know when you tell a player, like, you got to go. Like, it's your time to go. And I don't know if that's something you say as a coach or if that's something you just feel as a player. But it's time for Kaya to go. Like, you're the offensive juggernaut right here. You got to get this offense going.
Here's a near steal by Pearson. Boy, quick whistle before Pearson could tear that away. They're going to say it's an alternate arrow situation, and on the jump ball, Beloit will keep it. That was an awfully quick whistle.
Yeah, that was tough because it looked like Pearson ripped the basketball away. They're going to call it, and there's been quick whistles. That's why it's been a clean game. You know, we'll tip our cap to that. But, gosh, that's, again, unfortunate for Southeast.
Here's a fall-away three that hits between rim and backboard. Now saved by Beloit underneath their own basket.
Carly Smith.
Yep.
Carly Smith is a save. Again, something you just don't talk about. You don't coach. It's not an X and O's thing. She just kept that ball going for Southeast.
Samuelson, though, on the transition three. Answers again. Now a near steal by Heinrich. She has hold of the basketball. The arrow this time goes in the favor of Southeast of Saline. What a play by Reese Heinrich.
And that's what you need, right? We talk about how great this defense is, but that defense works really well when the offense is scoring, and you can get it set up and create press, difficult opportunities for the offense, Beloit to get set up, and you just saw it right there.
Here's Heinrich off the inbound. She gets it back. Her three is good. Reese Heinrich and Kaya Samuelson. 3 straight three-pointers for SES. The game is tied. Beloit has it, a cross-court pass. They get away with it. Now Thompson fakes a three, pulls up, has her shot blocked by Pearson. Inside, Cheney all by herself and scores. Reagan Cheney was left all alone. They were able to get the basketball to her.
And that's going to happen, right? Like when you're running and you have just that much commotion going on, all of a sudden you're going to leave somebody free. And right there, Beloit did a good job just handling the pressure, understanding what was going on. They found Cheney, their safety valve right there, and Cheney did a good job finishing that.
Douglas set to inbound, has Samuelson open momentarily. She'll go back to Duran. Reagan now back to Kaya. Samuelson now takes the drive to the free throw line, now unloads it to Pearson. Pearson comes right back to Douglas in that keyhole. Back to Samuelson now. And they're going to say she traveled with the basketball.
Interesting call. I would understand that call 10 years ago. Not so much now. I thought the feet were set, but regardless, travel call and Kaya Samuelson.
The one earlier in the first quarter on Reagan,
I disagreed with.
I didn't agree with. I didn't say it. It was a big step, but
everything was in flow.
If you haven't seen Reagan Duran play and know her athleticism, you're probably thinking that looked a little awkward. Here's a three-pointer now by Beloit as Autumn Lorenz is having a game off the bench.
Yeah, it's a good-looking shot. We saw the first one bank in. That one was smooth and nice.
Samuelson. 3 threes in the corner. She will not let Beloit pull away in this game, and neither will Reese Heinrich. Here's another steal. Back to Samuelson. Three-pointer on the way. Too strong. Ball on the floor, picked up by Beloit.
This place would have exploded if that would have went in right there. It looked money from here, just a little bit strong, but just the defense. Samuelson keeps stroking if you're Kaya Samuelson.
High post, they go to Cheney. Reese Heinrich, though, dips in and takes it from her. They're going to call again a quick whistle, dual possession, and the arrow will keep it with Beloit.
Yeah, at some point you just got to let them play, right? Like we've seen balls ripped away, and very fortunate for Beloit. And Beloit's strong with the basketball, but Reese Heinrich just ripped the basketball away. Officials immediately said it's alternate possession.
30-28 Beloit. They inbound underneath their own basket. Here's a one-handed reception by Regan Cheney. Now up to Carly Smith. Her jumper dies off the left-hand side. Loose ball picked up by Samuelson. Kaya in a little bit of trouble here. She's in a trap along the baseline. Gets to Pearson. Now Southeast has numbers going the other way. It's a 3-on-2 break. Pearson has the basketball all the way to the cup. Can't get the layup to go down. Now the loose ball comes out to Cheney, who plays it to Litton. Boy, Beloit got away with one there. Now a ball that goes underneath the cup on the other side. Pearson there again, ready to tip it away. Now Heinrich gets her hand in the cookie jar. Ball on the floor. And it's going to be this time an arrow the other way to Southeast of Saline.
Okay, and let's talk about it. We'll give props both ways. That was an alternate possession that's going to go Southeast way. That could have easily been a foul call on Reese Heinrich. Just dived in for the basketball. No foul called. It's going to Southeast. We're going to be very partial.
Last shot opportunity here for Southeast. 16 seconds left to go. Shot clock is off. Southeast has the basketball, trailing by 2. Douglas has it. Now around to Heinrich. Clock down to 7. Reagan Duran has it. She tried to force it into Pearson. Clock down to 4. Back to Duran. Clock down to 2. Samuelson has to fire at the buzzer. Three-pointer might have gotten blocked by a Beloit defender as Autumn Lorenz was there for that shot. But nonetheless, after a sensational first half of play, we have a 2-point game as Beloit leads at 30-28 here at the break. When we come back, we'll have a conversation with Francis Flax. That's coming up next. We'll also check scores, And also, numbers from the first half. Halftime is here. It's brought to you by Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. 30-28. Beloit leading by 2 here on KINA.
Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the AmSoil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the southeast of Saline Trojans.
And the second free throw is good. The Trojans have called timeout to make some important decisions.
Hi, fans. It's Winnell Garrettson from Salina Homes. In every game, there are lots of options to make the right play. And in real estate, the plays can be challenging. Whether you're a first-time buyer, upsizing for the family, investing in rentals or commercial property, or selling land, I have the knowledge to help you win your real estate game. It's sure to be a slam dunk when I serve as your realtor. Buy or sell, call Winnell.
This is the Trojan Halftime Report. Coming up, a first half recap. Shot at the horn! Stats, interviews, and a look at other area games. Now, let's get back to the gym for Trojan Halftime on KINA.
Halftime is here, brought to you by Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories here on KINA. 30-28, Beloit leading by 2. And that was a game that was played in the first half, all within 7 points. It was tied at 25 there momentarily, but Beloit will take a 2-point lead into the locker room here at the break. Time now to look ahead to our second game of the doubleheader. It features the Southeast of Saline guys, and to get us ready for that, head coach Francis Flax. And Coach, it's been a while since we've talked to you, a full week off. First of all, let's go back and talk about the game against Sacred Heart in Salina 1 week ago. Last Tuesday, you take a loss to Sacred Heart, and just kind of things stay the same with Sacred Heart, don't they? They just keep on going and keep on doing what they do. I'm more curious, though, how you felt about your squad in that contest 1 week ago.
Well, it was a funny beginning to the game. The first 7 shots we took, not only did we not hit the rim, some of them didn't even hit the backboard.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a puzzle in itself. And then, once Sacred Heart gets on that roll, they're hard to stop. That's just plain and simple. And, it is what it is with us. We're playing with one guy that's got one leg, and now tonight we were missing another one. And so it's just with that game there, truthfully, we were never in it. We couldn't keep the penetration, which we talked about before the game. We couldn't keep them from penetrating in the lane, and they get in that lane. If they don't have opportunity to score, they're going to find somebody that's open.
Yeah, absolutely. You have a week off. Was it a good time off for you? Did you rather have a game on Friday? How'd you feel about having that week off? It came kind of at a time where now we're getting ready for that stretch into sub-state.
Yeah, well, it was okay. We didn't practice Wednesday. We practiced Thursday and Friday. No, that's how we went. The girls were the opposite.
Okay.
And then we practiced yesterday morning. And I don't know, for some reason these guys like 6:30 practices, and so do I. For most of my college career, all of our practices were in the morning. So that didn't bother me any, but I think we're as good as we can be as far as health-wise, except for the one we're going to miss tonight. Gannon's getting a little stronger. He'll play a lot more minutes tonight than he's been playing, and he's moving a little better. Still not what he's not going to be what he was, and we've got to live with that. But what he's done and what some of our guys have decided that we have to play a little more under control, and we have to be playing for each other. And I think I hope to see that tonight. We know Beloit's going to press us, but if we don't turn it over in the press, we'll have a good shot. I've watched them on tape, and the last game they played was against Phillipsburg at Beloit. Phillipsburg turned the ball over 19 times, and 12 of them were against the press, and 11 of the 12 led to baskets. So we have to avoid that. and we'll just see. I think we're smart enough to handle it.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you about that. Pressing is one of those deals, you know as well as I do, it's feast or famine. People don't do it because they're okay at it. They do it because they generate points and they're able to get steals and turn them into offense. Your guys, though, I just have this kind of theory that I think you have a team that's built to handle the press if they stay under control, right?
Yeah, we have to be under control. We have to make smart passes. You can't pass against the press, cross court. You have to go. Yeah, it's got to be three quick passes to get it to where you want to be, and we drilled on it. So we'll see if it carries over into the game tonight. But we have to be able to then on the when they have the ball, we have to be able to guard also.
Yeah, 4 games left here in your regular season. This is kind of the home stretch, and really nothing's easy. I mean, when you look at your schedule coming up, it's every game you're going to have to fight for. It'll get you somewhat sub-state ready. So it's just one of those games that, as you said, Beloit, man, they're playing well too. We talk about Sacred Heart a lot, but Beloit, they deserve their flowers as well. They lost to Hayes at the midseason tournament they went to out in Colby, and they're a good team. They have a lot of height. How do you, with a team like what you have where you don't have a lot of height, you have some athleticism, but, man, they're big inside, and they use it well sometimes.
They do, and he does a very good job of mixing and matching with those big guys. He'll start 2, but most of the time there's 2 of them on the court. And but that being said, then you put all your eggs in that basket, and then that perimeter game takes over for them. Yeah. So we just have to be pretty we got to help and recover. That's the way that we have to play defense tonight. You have to help recover. And in the Phillipsburg game, Linton took over that game.
Yeah.
And they pounded it inside to him, and Phillipsburg couldn't stop him. And I don't know if we can, but hopefully we won't make it easy for them to get it into him.
It'll be fun to watch. Good luck to you. We'll talk to you after the game.
Thank you.
Francis Flax, he's the head coach of the Southeast of Saline Trojans. His guys tonight taking on the Trojans from Beloit. 30-28, our score here at halftime. Beloit leading by 2. Back with more. We'll check stats from the first half after this on KINA.
It's natural to think that insurance is complicated, but at Farmers Agency, we know a thing or two about helping to make it easier by explaining your available coverage options. And with over 25 years of experience in insurance, we can help you through the process step by step. Call Kniper Agency at 825-8419 to learn more today.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, bum, bum.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Welcome back here to Southeast of Saline's Gymnasium. Devin Haney along with Tyler Smith. Chris Cadle's producing and engineering our game tonight back at the KINA studios. Also, Brian Dennett providing that live stream video. It's free of charge for you on SalinaPost.com. You can also access it on Salina Post YouTube page. Don't forget, Farmers and Ranchers, your invitation to watch Southeast of Saline basketball free of charge comes up this Friday as Southeast of Saline will be back here at home to take on the Minneapolis Lions. The Saline County Farm Bureau Association and the SES Blue and Gold backers are paying the admission for all farmers and ranchers as well as their spouses in recognition of National FFA Week. So plan on coming out, attending, watching Southeast of Saline and Minneapolis on Friday. Farmers and ranchers and your spouses have your attendance paid for by Saline County Farm Bureau and the SES Blue and Gold backers. 30-28, our score here at halftime. Leading scorer of this game is Kaya Samuelson for Southeast of Saline, 11 points. All of those came in the second quarter. 6 for Reese Heinrich, 4 for Reagan Duran, 4 for Abigail Pearson, and 3 for Sutton Douglas. For Beloit so far, 9 for Carly Smith. Also 8 for Autumn Lorenz off the bench, 6 for Reagan Cheney, 5 for Samantha Thompson, and 2 for Landry Litton. Southeast of Saline, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, while Beloit is 1 out of 3. Southeast of Saline has 9 turnovers. Beloit has 7. We were tied at 25-25, but now Beloit has a 2-point lead as we start third quarter action. Tyler, your New Image Audio keys to the second half here for Southeast.
Just keep fighting, right? Like we've seen so many offensive successes come off of great defense, but to get that defense set up, get that press set up, just frantic play. You got to score all of a sudden, get that press set up, get buckets off of that. You also got to get your set plays, run. We haven't seen a lot of set play offense, half-court offense from Southeast be successful. This Beloit defense has been great. Just got to keep them in check. Hey, we're in for a great 16 minutes right here. Let's buckle up.
Carly Smith with the basketball, 9 points for her. She scored 10 in the entire game when these two teams met the first time. Here's a block by Samuelson as she takes it out of the air. Pearson will get it for Southeast of Salina. A takeaway for the Lady Trojans. Heinrich for 3. Off the back box, no good. And a rebound by Regan Cheney down low for Beloit.
Oh, Cheney did a good job right there. Sutton had inside position. Cheney just goes right over. I love the no call. There was no foul there. Cheney, that's the difficult thing with Cheney. I mean, she's taller. She understands how to get that basketball at its apex. She did a great job of getting that defensive rebound for Beloit.
Kaya Samuelson with some really, really good one-on-one defense against Samantha Thompson there. Had Thompson by herself one-on-one
That's
at
a foul.
An 8 count.
Oh, my goodness.
Carly Smith and another Beloit Trojan was on the deck. Reese Heinrich had the basketball and was tripped up, fell down. No whistle. We still play on. And Southeast of Saline gets a stop. Now they have the basketball.
Yeah, I apologize for my comments right there, but if you're on the ground and you make contact with the ball handler, it's a foul every time. The officials missed that one right there. Nevertheless, Southeast Saline basketball.
Back here in the Lady Trojans' hands of Southeast. Here's Heinrich for 3. That one off the mark, no good. Rebound inside Duran, and she goes back up and ties the game. Reagan Duran has a half a dozen.
Yeah, Duran just skies up to get that offensive board and goes directly back up. No power dribbling, nothing else. No wasted movement. Just scores.
Boy, Douglas broke up a pass. It ended up right in the lap of Carly Smith, but then Smith couldn't do anything with it. Now a trap. Samuelson up against the Beloit bench, and they're going to call a foul against Beloit.
Yeah, and Devin right there, the foul right there on number, it looks like you're saying number 2?
Had to be 25.
25. So the foul on Litton. So here's the deal. Watch a lot of MAYB weekend AAU basketball. You either going to start calling fouls, there's going to be nothing but jump balls right there. It looks like they might have had a decision in the locker room. We're going to call that foul because that was difficult. A lot of hands. Samuelson just kept the ball really strong. Nice hold on it. Draws the foul.
30-30. Here's Sutton Douglas. She drives into the basket, has it blocked, plays it out to Heinrich. She got it back, and Reese scores a 3. Reese Heinrich has 9. That's her third 3 of the evening.
Devin, we're 2 minutes in, and Reese shot 3 threes. She missed the first 2, but still the confidence to go up with that. If the defense is going to leave you alone, go up with the shots.
Here's Carly Smith for 3. That's no good. Reagan Cheney with the rebound. Her putback is no good. The battle for the rebound on the opposite side will end up in a foul against Southeast of Saline.
Yeah, I think right there in the tussle, it was Pearson and just kind of the arms hooked. Nothing intentional. Pearson just fighting hard for it. You also saw Beloit just fighting hard for it as well. Right there, Samantha Thompson did a good job. You got to fight if you're going to be next to a Pearson. That's what happened right there, and Pearson gets called for the foul.
Well, there were 2 obvious travels before that foul on Beloit as they were running through their offense that went uncalled. Here's Smith off the dribble for 3. That one's soft off the rim. She gets her own rebound, though, and she'll get it back for a jumper, and it's good. Carly Smith followed her own shot, put it back in the cup from the short corner on the left-hand side.
Yeah, so smooth from her right there. Smith, she misses the shot. She knows where the rebound's going to be. She attacks it. Nice 15-footer from Smith.
Pearson down low, lost the handle on the basketball. She went to a knee to save it. Now Samuelson goes to the cup, has her shot blocked by Cheney down low. Here comes Carly Smith in the middle of the floor. Her ball taken away by Douglas, who went barrel rolling down to the cup. Now Heinrich has it. She got away with a double dribble, but then the ball goes out of bounds, and a turnover on Southeast of Saline.
Yeah, so the turnover is going to look like it was on Pearson. Heinrich was the first person. That's a leader. That's a point guard right there. She goes to Pearson. She tells her immediately, that's on me. That's on me. She wanted to get that pass off. She double dribbled. She kind of stopped. There was no whistle. That turnover's on Heinrich, and she went right up to Pearson to let her know that's on me.
Heinrich, though, gets it right back. She just picked the pocket of Regan Cheney and took it away. Heinrich's been sensational tonight.
Yeah, defensively, she's just creating so much havoc. That little 1-4 high they're trying to run, she's ripping the ball away, making things extremely difficult for Beloit to get anything going in their offensive sets.
Samuelson passes to the right to Duran. Now it ends up on the left-hand side of the floor to Pearson. Back in the middle, here's Samuelson. Samuelson looked at a 3. Now her pocket is picked by Carly Smith. Smith and Duran, one-on-one. They go to the cup. Smith scores over the top of Reagan Duran. Carly Smith earned that one as she now has 13 points.
That's just a great basketball play right there. Smith absorbs the contact. Duran doesn't create a foul, but still has contact there. But Smith's strength to finish that is impressive from the senior.
One of the better defenders in the NCAA in Reagan Duran, and Carly Smith was able to score on her. Here's Pearson, backdoor cut to Heinrich. Heinrich in the middle of everybody, and that one's going to be blocked by Cheney.
Yeah, I love the backdoor cut. I love the pass, but right there, it's a tough spot for Heinrich to do anything right there. Cheney knew exactly what she had. She had everything in front of her. Nice little block from Cheney. You just can't give the ball unless you're in a successful opportunity.
Smith again, this time posting up as she's able to turn and score half a dozen already in the third quarter for Carly Smith. She has 15 in the game.
Yeah, and we saw Southeast go to a 1-3-1, and at the end of the first half, you wonder if they might go to that, at some point here. It's just really tough to get anything going defensively for Southeast.
Pearson for three, that one's short, no good. Carly Smith with the rebound, a quick moving third quarter. 3:35 left to go here in the third. 36-33, Beloit leading by 3. Back to a man-to-man. They get it in down low to Litton. Charlotte Knopf there to deny her any chance of scoring. And now they're going to call a 3-second violation on Beloit. Give that credit to Charlotte Knopf.
Knopf, and then it's Heinrich again coming down on that double team. The double team, I don't know if that's part of it. She just sees the basketball, she's going to go. She understands that she can play off her defender. If you're not defending Carly Smith, you can play off of somebody. She's going to let Samantha Thompson shoot more threes. That's fine. She's hit 2 already. We saw one bank in. It's not really the prettiest shot at all times. Heinrich's coming in. She's sagging in, just rips the basketball away. Oh, right there. Tough play.
Here's a steal by Beloit. Autumn Lorenz takes it to the other side. After she gets a steal, she's in double digits now with 10. Autumn Lorenz comes off the bench for Beloit, scoring 4.6 points a game. She has 10 right now. Now Pearson inside in a double team. Almost scored. She could not, though. The ball did not go in, but she will have 2 free throws coming up.
Devin, back to that finish from Lorenz. I mean, just did a great job getting to the bucket, again, changing the pace. All of a sudden, she goes up the left hand. She has multiple defenders around her, but just goes up so strong. It's a great finish from Lorenz.
5-point lead by Beloit. Pearson's first free throw is up and good. 5 points thus far for ABBA. Duran will also check back in and give Samuelson a quick break. 38-34, under 3 minutes left to play here in the third. Pearson's free throw is up and good again. She is 4 of 4 from the free throw line in this game. 6 points for Abigail Pearson. 38-35 our score. Smith with it as they're trying to handle full court pressure from southeast of Saline. Get it in the middle of the floor to Litton. Litton trying to look across. Now she'll kick it back out, top of the key. Thompson for 3. That's no good. Fight for the rebound between Getz and Durfee, and Getz will yield it to Veda Durfee on the rebound. Not a bad sign when you have the same color jerseys and they're both southeast.
And that's what you want that press to do, right? Like you want to make sure they get a quick shot up.
Here's Taryn Getz for 3. That one's too strong. Durfee inside, working for the rebound. Can't get it to go, and they're going to call a foul on Southeast. Foul on Abba Pearson.
Yeah, it looks like Pearson she didn't have position right there, still attacking the basketball. It's going to be her third, which is unfortunate. We've seen a lot of plays like that not result in a foul call. Pearson's been called for a couple of those. That's her third.
So Pearson will step out, take a break with 2:25 left to go here in the third quarter. 38-35, Southeast of Saline trailing by 3. And here's a layup down the floor that is up and good. Again, it is Autumn Lorenz. She has been the difference here tonight for Beloit.
Yeah, Lorenz attacks. When they beat that press, Lorenz isn't looking to hold the ball up. She's attacking the basket. It's a big finish for her.
Pick and roll between Samuelson and Duran, and they throw it out of bounds at the turnover for Southeast.
And see, again, that's that screen and roll, that backdoor stuff. You have to give the basketball to somebody that you can't just throw it, right? Like you can't just go copy and paste. You can't just go X and O's. You have to understand where the player is and who that player is that's going to catch it and try to go.
Beloit with the ball, handling the pressure once again. Ends up Carly Smith on the back side of it with a three-pointer. That's no good. Taryn gets closed down. She gets the rebound on the box out. Inside 2 minutes left to play here in the third. Gets up the floor to Samuelson. Samuelson was out, but then came back in when Pearson picked up her third. Heinrich has it now on the right wing. She's going to curl around. Stop. Now play it back to Durfee. Veda wants to drive, but fell down and lost the basketball.
Yeah, good defense from Beloit right there. I mean, you saw right there just good pressure, and all of a sudden pressure backs off and Durfee falls.
Carly Smith pulls up, top of the key for 3. Smith with 9 in the third quarter. Biggest lead of the game for Beloit here at 8. Now an extra pass across the paint. Duran goes to Durfee. Veda had it poked away, but then she turns, scoops, and scores after doing a full 180.
You feel like that was really needed. You could just feel the momentum getting ready to shift to Beloit right there. That's a huge bucket for the freshman Durfee.
Litton and Durfee one-on-one. Back down the other way. Durfee with the block, and they're going to call a foul.
Yeah, again, unfortunately, Durfee looked like everything was clean. You just got to keep the hand up, right? We talk about it all the time. You bring that hand forward. It's an easy call for the officials. Good job from Beloit, again, breaking the press. It felt like all the momentum was going their way. A big-time bucket from Durfee. She sprints back to the other side. She's that safety valve. She's that out. She's making sure nobody gets an easy bucket, commits the foul, gets Beloit to the free throw line.
Litton makes the first free throw. Sutton Douglas back in for Veda Durfee. 58 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Landry Litton's second free throw. That was also good. 4 points for Landry Litton. Carly Smith will check out of the game and get a break here at the end of the third quarter. Under a minute left to go. 45-37. Back up by 8 is Beloit. Their biggest lead so far of the game. They've led by 8 twice. Durant has it on the left-hand side. Now Samuelson. Kyle wants to drive, gets into traffic, drop step, complete turn, puts a shot up, no good. Douglas has it, kicks it out to Getz. Taryn for 3. That misses, no good. And the rebound batted around in the hands once again of Landry Litton. And now a foul will be called here on Southeast.
And that's a tough one. It's going to be on Heinrich. Everybody was in position. You just can't go down with the hands. Again, we talk about the foul on Durfee. It's a similar situation. Heinrich just come down with the arms. Easy foul for the officials. You have Beloit where you want him. You have him pinned in against the baseline. Just keep the hands up. But all of a sudden, Heinrich comes down with the arm. Easy foul.
Here's Reese now on a steal. She's going to pump the fake and then go up and under. Reese Heinrich just scored on a much bigger person on a beautiful up and under move.
We say this all the time about Heinrich. She'll make a mistake, she's going to make up for it, and right there she's done it immediately. That ball's going the other way.
Carly Smith ran over Kaya Samuelson that time, and it's a charge on Smith. Her second foul and another turnover, back-to-back turnovers now for Beloit. As Abbott Pearson jumps up off the bench. 18.1 seconds left to play in the third, and Southeast has it back.
Yeah, and you start seeing right now, now Pearson with 3 fouls can come back in offensively. You're thinking with 18.1, you're going to bleed this thing out. You're going to try to get the last shot of the quarter, make sure the basketball, you get the basketball back to start the fourth quarter. This could be a great 2-for-1 for Southeast.
Samuelson will come across the midcourt stripe with 11 seconds left to go. Now she'll look at the clock. Play it off left-hand side. Taryn Getz. Here's Pearson, top of the key. Clock down to 3. Pearson has somebody right there defensively with her, and Southeast doesn't get a shot off.
Yeah, and you can just see it. Shauna Smith's unhappy. We see them in late clock situations do a great job. That's great defense from Beloit.
45-39, our score as we go to the fourth quarter. It's Beloit with a 6-point lead. We have more when we come back. Fourth quarter should be a good one right here on KINA.
The recent storm could have done a real number on your roof, but how would you know? Is your home vulnerable to future damage? Call Bryson Flax at Ryan Roofing today. An in-person roof inspection is necessary to evaluate damage. Rely on Bryson to perform a free roof assessment. Inspect, assess, and resolve. Protect your home and make sure your insurance policy provides the coverage you deserve. Roofs, windows, siding, and gutters on your home or business. Call Bryson Flax at Ryan Roofing, always supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
When your feet start slipping on that snow or ice, it's not so nice. So if you don't want to fall, take my advice. Call Sage Products in Salina. With Snowplow Ice Melt, that sheet of ice and snow that's causing all those troubles disappears so fast. Now you never have to worry about busting your booty. Snowplow Ice Melt from Sage is the best you can get, and it is 100% non-toxic to children, pets, and vegetation. Call Sage Products or visit us at sageselects.com.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
45-39, Beloit with a 6-point lead. Southeast of Saline starts the fourth quarter with the basketball. Welcome back, Devin Haney along with Tyler Smith. Well, it's been a good one here so far. Beloit keeps trying to pull away, but Southeast of Saline right there with them. Here's Heinrich for 3. That one kisses the front of the rim. Now the ball at the free throw line is going to be tied up with 3 different players, 2 of them from Southeast, but the effort of Elliott Weston, a freshman for Beloit, will win the arrow for the Beloit Trojans.
Yeah, and we're seeing Beloit's eliminating second chance opportunities from Southeast, and we've seen them have so much success with second chance opportunities. See a little trip up right there. Smith can't get to the basketball. Another possession for Southeast.
Another turnover for Beloit. 7 here in the second half. Here's Reagan Durant for 3. Southeast needed that one. Durant has 9, and it's a 3-point game. Southeast still pressing. Here's a poke by Durant, but she can't get there before she almost ended up 3 rows deep in the Southeast student body.
And this is what we talked about pregame. Like, Shauna Smith wants a fight. She wants this to be a fourth-quarter game. Regardless if you win or lose, you learn more about these fourth-quarter games than anything else.
And a full timeout, we will take it as well. We'll step aside, 7:20 left to go. Southeast with a strong start to the fourth quarter when we come back.
Frisbee Construction is a service organization for the commercial grain industry dedicated to giving you the best in planning, the best in quality, and the best of workmanship, and overall the best value for your dollar since 1949. Frisbee Construction specializes in new construction as well as remodel and repair of grain handling facilities throughout the Midwest. Frisbee Construction Company in Gypsum has emergency crews available as needed. For more information, go to frisbeeinc.com.
Whether on the field, court, or in the operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 40 years of orthopedic service. If you need help staying active or just want to discuss options regarding the newest techniques and services and specialties that Salina Ortho provides, see one of our trusted physicians or visit salinaortho.com. Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Out of the timeout, it was a full timeout from Beloit. Beloit still having to deal with this full court pressure from Southeast of Saline in the backcourt. Beloit has it tipped away by Sutton Douglas, but they pick it up. Now another deflection in the middle of the floor. Ball still loose. Beloit picks it up, though, and they get it to Carly Smith. Smith, elbow jumper, left-hand side. Rattles off, no good. Cheney with the putback and in. Reagan Cheney following up the miss by Carly Smith. That was a big possession for Beloit.
Devin, just the confidence of Cheney to grab that basketball on the offensive rebound, go right back up with it from 10 feet away. It's a huge finish from Cheney.
47-42. Here's Samuelson inside the defense. Now she'll play it out to Pearson. Pearson keeping that ball moving now to Reagan Durant, and Durant is bumped twice, and a foul called here on Beloit. This foul will go against London Knight, her second.
Yeah, nobody in any foul trouble right now if you're Beloit. And only the first foul of the quarter. You got to continue to attack if you're Southeast, and it's attack and then distribute. Attack and distribute. Get both feet in the lane. Make sure Chidi comes out, gets herself out of the lane, and then distribute the basketball. Whether it's somebody, making a back cut, somebody shooting a three, got to make sure you just get everybody involved.
Here's Heinrich for 3 in the corner. That one's too strong, no good. Rebound down low. Pearson, she goes back at the cup and puts it in. Abigail Pearson with 8.
And we talk about second chance opportunities, how Southeast has been so successful this year. Huge job from Abigail Pearson right there, grabbing that offensive rebound and finishing.
Autumn Lorenz lost the basketball momentarily. Heinrich went down to both knees to try to scoop it up. Then Lorenz saved it. Cheney standing with the ball above her head, goes in low to Smith. Smith double-teamed, had to pull it through, was able to put a shot up, but it wasn't a good one. Got her own rebound, now plays it out to Thompson. Thompson dribbles into a double-team. This Southeast defense right now is swarming, and Beloit having trouble with it. Now a traveling violation on Litton.
So defensively, you have Duran on Cheney. So you're going, you're taking your 3 offensively. You're small forward, and you're putting her on Cheney. But that means you can have Pearson play the post. We've seen Smith just light Southeast up from all different levels. But right now it's Pearson on Smith to make sure she can't get post offensive success as we've seen her have tonight.
Pearson has it on the right-hand side, one-on-one. Was waiting on Samuelson, but the ball poked free. This Beloit defense, very active hands. That may have given Southeast some trouble tonight with ball security. Here's Heinrich trying to dribble between a double team and split a trap, and she is fouled.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with the Beloit defense, right? They're just not letting anything go. You talk about active hands. Bodies are in the right place. Their formation is great. You got to work really hard to get that ball swinging side to side to get yourself open shots.
Some of Southeast's best offense at times like this could be off of an inbounds. Let's see what they have here. Pearson wide open. Samuelson finds her, and a 2. Abigail Pearson, 10 points, 4 in the quarter. Beloit almost mishandles it again underneath the Southeast bucket. Now they spring free, a 3-on-2 break. Thompson ends up with it on the left-hand side, but Sutton Douglas there to shut her off. Autumn Lorenz for 3, and she cans it. Autumn Lorenz will be the reason Beloit wins this game if they pull it out. 15 points for somebody that averages 4.5 per game.
And that's exactly what you want from that press. You want a quick 3 right there. Lorenz just drills it.
Now Lorenz on a foul. She poked it away from Samuelson. Samuelson beat her to the ball, and then a foul is called. So Lorenz has 3. That's the first Beloit player with 3 or more.
Yeah, when you go back to the press, you want to either get a turnover or create fast, quick shots, and Beloit's putting them up quick, but Lorenz is drilling them. I mean, she's just been huge tonight for Beloit.
50-46, Southeast trailing with the basketball. Samuelson has it up top. She gets her way into traffic. Shot around Cheney. She tried to score around Regan Cheney. Can't make a living doing that.
No, you can't. And again, that's just the value that Cheney brings defensively. She's just going to stay in the lane. She understands where to be. She's super athletic. She's not just tall. She's athletic. Makes it extremely difficult for Samuelson.
Here's a ball over to the right-hand side of Beloit's offense. Duran gambling for the steal. Couldn't get there, and now a traveling violation on Carly Smith.
Devin, it's Heinrich's defense right there. I mean, Smith just attacking Heinrich's defense. She's just an absolute gnat. I mean, she's around you at all times, creates that turnover.
Beloit has turned the ball over 4 of their last 5 possessions. The one possession they didn't was the 3 from Autumn Lorenz. 50-46, Beloit leading by 4. Douglas inside. Now the ball poked free, and it's taken away by Beloit. Here comes a 2-on-1. Heinrich sealing one back, and it ends up in a layup for Thompson. Samantha Thompson that time on the feed. That's her first basket since the first quarter.
Yeah, in transitions, the catch from Thompson was impressive, and then the finish, which made it icing on the cake for Beloit.
Samuelson got into the free throw lane, just inside the line, missed a 15-footer, but Douglas there to bring it back out. Now an extra pass, Kaya will try the 3. She splashes it home. Kaya Samuelson, her first basket since the first half, brings Southeast back within 3, and it's a 30-second timeout. 3:46 left to go here in the fourth. It's a short timeout. We'll step aside. 52-49. Beloit leads it here on KINA.
Mary Maids in Salina offers house cleaning services you can see and feel. Your home is more than just a house. It's where memories are made and moments are cherished. Though life can be complicated, house cleaning shouldn't be. Mary Maids strives to take the stress out of your day so you can live your life your way. With more than 40 years experience and an advanced time-tested cleaning process, they can help you reclaim time with your loved ones. Find Mary Maids on Facebook or check out their website at marymaids.com.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
52-49. We've had a good one here tonight in this first game of our doubleheader. The guys are coming up next, but this girls contest has been really, really good. Beloit leading by 3, 52-49. They break their timeout with 6 players on the floor. Kind of tough to guard that.
That would be really tough.
Now the official taking care of some administration things.
And we've seen this happen a couple times. However, I love that the officials are doing this. No need to tee anybody up for having 6 people out there. They handled it. We don't need to see this game decided on technical foul or anything like that.
Full court pressure once again. Southeast of Saline. Beloit handling it. Cheney in the middle. Now she goes backside to Litton. Litton had to get that basketball. She got enough of her right hand on it to knock it down, and she saved it. Thompson now up top, guarded by Heinrich. 3:30 left to go here in the fourth quarter. 2 of the top teams, Sacred Heart in that mix as well, of the NCAA doing battle here tonight. Sacred Heart is in Lions. Here's Reagan Cheney. Turnaround shot won't go. Carly Smith gets the rebound, and a jump ball will be called. And the arrow goes to Southeast.
Devin, I'll tell you, if you're one of the top teams in the NCAA, you're one of the top teams in the state. And I think we're starting to see that. This is the most losses Southeast has had in the last. See a timeout call from Beloit. We'll come back to this point after we see what the timeout is going to be.
52-49, 3:12 left to go here in the fourth quarter. We will keep it right here. It's a 30-second timeout called by the Beloit bench. I want to remind you, farmers and ranchers, your invitation to Southeast of Saline basketball on Friday as Southeast of Saline plays Minneapolis. Admission for farmers and ranchers and spouses will be paid for by the Saline County Farm Bureau Association and the SES Blue and Gold backers. They're doing that in recognition of National FFA Week. So plan on attending the basketball game. Come on out on Friday as Southeast of Saline will play their games against Minneapolis. Also, tonight's games brought to you here on KINA, a live stream video on SalinaPost.com by Dr. Andrew Westbrook, Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. It's been a great, great partner this year. Thanks for helping us out, bring you Southeast of Saline Athletics, along with the Southeast of Saline Booster Club. Kansas Bankers Technologies, and Salina Fence Company. 52-49, Southeast of Saline trailing by 3 with the basketball. 3:12 left to go as Samuelson comes across the timeline. She'll start left-hand side to Douglas. Sutton now looking at the cut. Now she comes to Duran. Back outside the arc. Back over to Pearson on a one bounce. Abigail Pearson watching. Now back to Douglas. Now Samuelson. Careless pass there. Ball squirts free. Samuelson has to get after it, and a Beloit player goes diving at Samuelson's legs, trying to get that basketball, and they're going to say it's a jump ball, and it will go to Beloit.
I'll tell you what, you're not going to like this if you're a Southeast fan, but I like that no foul call right there. Like, it's just a loose ball. It's a hustle play. It looks like Samuelson got barreled into. That's just out hustled right there from Beloit, getting that loose ball.
Yeah, and Samuelson, you can't credit her or discredit her and say she didn't hustle. She was up against the line. It mattered if she went to the backcourt. It didn't matter if Beloit went across the line. So Kaya in a bad spot there, just logistically. And now a timeout called by Beloit. Coach Creason is one of his players. Samantha Thompson down on a knee on the baseline on the far side, and he's going to save possession by calling a 30-second timeout there. So right now Beloit has 2 timeouts remaining. Southeast of Saline has 3. Beloit has had 3 fouls called on them here in this fourth quarter. Southeast of Saline has not had a foul called on them in the fourth quarter. Abba Pearson has 3 fouls. Nobody else for Southeast of Saline has more than 1. For Beloit, Autumn Lorenz has 3 fouls. London Knight, Carly Smith each have 2. Everyone else, 1 or none. So foul trouble, not an issue for the last 2.5 minutes.
But at some point, I think for Coach Shauna Smith, you got to tell your defense, you got to play super aggressive. You get a foul call on you, that's fine, as long as you're not Abigail Pearson. You don't want to get her, sidelined with 5 fouls. But you got to start getting that foul count up. You're down 3 with 2:30. I mean, you don't want to anticipate. You always have to anticipate these things. If this gets to a free throw shooting contest, you got to make sure you can send Beloit to the line if you need to.
And it's almost see what you can get away with,
yes,
right?
Without a doubt. Make them call the foul on you.
Because who knows, the way this game's been called, you may get a couple cheap steals here. Beloit with the basketball. Let's see what's on their mind. Shot clock down to 6. Ball slips through Reagan Cheney's hands. Now goes to Carly Smith. She gets in the paint, a foul called.
Yeah, and you want to do it on the floor. But you just saw right there, Smith just attacks the basket. I don't think the other 4 Beloit Trojans knew how much time was on the shot clock. Carly Smith did. Yep. She attacks right there. Shot clock's running down. A lot of us, this generation, they want to shoot the 3. Carly Smith attacks right there, and that makes it extremely difficult defense.
First free throw by Carly Smith is up and good. That's her first point of the fourth quarter after a big third quarter where she had 9. Second free throw on the way, and she has 20. Got both of those. 54-49. Back to a 5-point Beloit lead. Reagan Duran has it. Now Pearson. Samuelson with it up top. Coming off of the screen by Pearson. Now she retreats, comes back around. Heinrich has it. Heinrich has the ball poked away. Now she gets it back. Looking to drive. Heinrich all the way to the cup. Runs into a Beloit player. Knocked to the ground. Now the ball comes away in Beloit's favor. Litton has it on the right-hand side. Now plays it back out to Smith. 1:42 left to play. Reagan Duran all over Carly Smith here. Sutton Douglas now out guarding Reagan Cheney. She's going to pass it down low to Carly Smith, and another foul call. Smith has shown her versatility in this game. I didn't see it in the first meeting, but she has played outside, she's played inside, and to me, she's been more impressive down there on the blocks.
Yeah, I mean, she gets a matchup that she likes. She's going to go, and right there's a matchup she probably doesn't like. I mean, you have Pierce on your backside. That's not a good matchup for anybody, but just right there, Smith is just so crafty down low. That's a tough foul. Again, we talk about creating fouls. You got to create them on non-shooting opportunities so you get your defense in place.
55-49, got the first free throw there. Did Carly Smith, her second one on the way, and she cans that one as well. She is 5 of 5 from the free throw line in this game, 22 points. 56-49, 7-point advantage here. At Southeast, last few trips down the floor, haven't even been able to get a shot off. Clock down to 1:17. They're running out of time. Taryn gets with it now to the right. Samuelson, skip pass back over the top, gets. She's going to take 2 dribbles to her left. Her three-pointer blocked and taken away by Beloit. Litton has it. She's in trouble, and now a foul called on Southeast. If this is on Pearson, that is 5. It could be on Duran. Let's check it. And it is on Reagan Duran. It's only her first.
So a foul like this lets you, get your press set up. You can't run the baseline if you're Beloit. We've seen a lot of offensive success off your press. You got to be ready to go, get shots up, and get right back into this press if you're Southeast.
1:05 left to go. It's a 7-point Beloit lead. Full court pressure here by Southeast of Saline. Reagan Cheney still doesn't have it in. Now she does. It's tipped away by Reagan Duran. Ends up with Samuelson. Kaya to the cup, and she is fouled. Carly Smith will commit the foul. They'll send Kaya Samuelson to the free throw line. And Carly Smith has just picked up her third.
Yeah, and Smith right there called for the foul. She just wrong place, wrong time. She goes up. She has the body. Samuelson a good job initiating that contact. But again, create that press. Give yourself an opportunity for these free throws.
Samuelson missed the free throw. Remains a 7-point game. Second one on the way. Got that one, and that one's big because Shauna Smith's going to call a timeout. Go over the situation with 1 minute left to go in a 6-point game and probably set the press. Full timeout, we'll step away. 1 minute left to go on this one. Southeast trails by 6 here on KINA.
Hi, this is Geraldine Diedrich, RN. If you are planning on having surgery, it is an important decision, and finding qualified care for surgical needs is essential. At Salina Surgical Hospital, our board-certified surgeons and specialized team provide professional warmth in an intimate, home-like recovery care area. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure with us. Your surgical experience is our specialty. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local, community-involved physicians.
Are you looking to upgrade your home with high-quality flooring and appliances? Look no further than Salina Appliance and Flooring. We're your one-stop shop for all your home improvement needs. We offer a wide selection of flooring and appliance options. Visit our showroom today located at 740 North 9th or our website at salinaappliance.com.
The Appliance Center, your local, trustworthy, and family-owned appliance dealer, providing sales, service, and parts for Salina and the surrounding area since 1980. The Appliance Center, just north of Ace Hardware on Broadway in the red and white building. Stop in today and experience the Appliance Center difference.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline basketball on KINA.
1 minute left to go. 56-50. Beloit leading with the basketball. Full court pressure being dialed up here by Southeast of Saline. Beloit gets it into Thompson. Now to Cheney. Cheney back to the middle of the floor to Autumn Lorenz, and now a foul called. It's the fourth team foul for Southeast of Saline. Will go against Reagan Duran, her second.
And there you go. Now you're going offense for defense, and even though you're still on defense, but you got to now anticipate. You got to play some hard defense. You're still looking to commit a foul. You just can't make. You don't want that foul on Pearson. You got to figure out a way to get any of their other four players to commit this foul, and you don't want it on Carly Smith.
Duran stuck her hand in, poked the ball away, and a foul will be called from the official on the other sideline opposite us and opposite the scores table. And for Reagan Duran, that will send Carly Smith to the free throw line on her third foul.
And Devin, here's what I like about Carly Smith. She understands a foul's coming, right? She doesn't look to get rid of the basketball. She has multiple defenders coming at her. She wants the basketball. She understands she's going to the free throw line if she gets fouled, and she's been just stroking it from the free throw and hasn't missed one yet.
She is now 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Another attempt coming up here, and it is good. 24 points for Carly Smith. Back to an 8-point game. There's Taryn Getz for three. That's off the mark. She gets her own rebound, following the shot, but then it's knocked away and picked up by Autumn Lorenz. Here comes Beloit down the floor. Thompson with it. And in a trap and a foul called here against Southeast. So more free throws coming up for Beloit as Samantha Thompson goes to the stripe. Samuelson will pick up her third foul.
Yeah, good job from Lorenz, understanding that's probably not a spot she needs to be dribbling the basketball, half the distance. She catches the ball at half court. She goes, she finds the guard to get rid of the basketball too. Gives it to Lorenz, who buries the first free throw.
Thompson with 8 points in this game. Missed the second free throw. Pearson with the rebound. It's the biggest lead of the night for Beloit right now at 9. 59-50. 30 seconds left to play. Pearson fouled. And now she will go to the free throw line as Beloit has hit their limit. The foul on Thompson is her first. So Pearson will step to the line. Pearson's first free throw is up and good. 11 points for ABBA so far this evening. Second free throw, also good. Durfee and Douglas in. This will allow Southeast to set their press a little bit. Pearson will come out with her 4 fouls. Also, Taryn Getz will come out as well. 28.8 left, 7-point game. Lorenz set to inbound. Gets it into Carly Smith. Smith had it poked away and a foul called on Heinrich. So Reese Heinrich will get her second foul. And the long walk to the other end for Carly Smith, and more free throws away her.
And this is the only way you stay in the game if you're Southeast. Extend the game. Just if they're going to hit a free throw, that's fine. If they hit one, if they go 1 for 2, I mean, Carly Smith has been nails all night, but if she misses one, you come back down, you answer with the 3, you try to get on the other side of this, point battle. But right now, Carly Smith at the free throw line, again, been fantastic. She's also really good at getting open. We saw her right there. Reese Heinrich is asking for a push-off from the official, but Carly Smith knows how to play the game.
That free throw actually hit the rim. I think it's the first one tonight that has hit the rim for Carly Smith. It still went in. She gets her second one as well. And a timeout called by Beloit. 27.5 seconds left to go. They're back up by 9. Chance for us to tell you Southeast of Saline basketball is brought to you by L&L Advisors. Also, Frisbee Construction, Lily Pad Septic Service, and New Image Audio in Salina. 61-52. Guys game coming up after this one, after we have a brief post game. Some other games, of course, going on tonight around the area on Salina Post. You can watch video of Sacred Heart at Lions, also Salina South against Mays. Rock Creek and Abilene doing battle tonight. Rock Creek girls ranked 6th in Class 4A. They are leading Abilene at the half, 31-18. That is really the only score in the area I have right now to talk about. Other than this one, 61-52. Beloit leading by 9, 27.5 seconds left to go.
Yeah, it's a tough pill to swallow right now if you're Southeast. I mean, you came out, you're coming off. We talk about back-to-back losses don't happen much for Southeast. It's been a long time since you've been at home. This Beloit team been super impressive tonight.
Here's Pearson coming up the center of the floor. Duran lead blocking for her. Naba Pearson, her three-pointer will rim in and out. Duran gets the rebound, and they said she traveled with it. Boy, I don't know that she had time to travel with it, but that's what the call was. As Duran was fighting off Beloit players trying to get the ball from her, she went up and scored.
Yeah, interesting call. It probably won't matter in the whole scheme of things. Duran did a good job going up and grabbing the rebound and going back up and getting the bucket. Waved off due to the travel. A foul called on Southeast.
Yeah, that's life in the NCAA, right? When you look at the standings coming in tonight, Sacred Heart was 16-3, Beloit 12-4, Southeast of Saline 13-4. Then you look at Ellsworth, which it starts the bottom half of the league. They're 10-4, and it's been an unreal women's portion of the NCAA this year.
Yeah.
As you said, if you're in the top of the NCAA, you're in the top of the state.
You are, and you talk about this is the most losses Southeast has had in the league since 2021. At least. I mean, that's just going off the top of my head as the first free throw's missed. Yet they've still, and we can talk about state rankings all you want, how much they matter, how much they don't matter, but they've never been dropped out of the top 10. And it just shows you that, like, the NCAA is just super tough. Like, you're playing state-ranked teams week in or night in and night out.
Here's Heinrich with it. She's going to pitch it out to Getz. Duran way out there from 3. That hits the front of the rim, no good. Heinrich trying to fight for that rebound, closing seconds. That will do it. As Beloit will get the victory, 61-52. And you hear the Beloit crowd, how important it is to them to get a victory here at Southeast of Saline. It does not happen very often because since the start of the 2020 season, Southeast of Saline, this is only their 9th league loss here at home. And tonight it comes to the Beloit Trojans, 61-52. For Beloit, they go to 13-4 now on the season. They keep pace with Sacred Heart at 8-1 in league play. And for Southeast of Saline, they go to 13-5 on the season. They are now 5-4 in league play. 61-52 is our final. When we come back, we will go over final numbers for you. We'll also have a Vernon Jewelers Gym of the Game. It's all coming up when we come back on the Commercial Tire Center's postgame report. Beloit wins at 61-52 right here on KINA.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire-related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
February is the month of love, and at Vernon Jewelers in Salina, we've been helping families mark life's milestones for generations. Right now, we have items up to 30% off with gifts starting under $100. From diamond jewelry and watches to custom designs and expert repairs, our experienced team is here to help. Follow Vernon Jewelers on Facebook and Instagram for daily specials and look for the iconic downtown sign, serving you for 142 years because we're not old, we're just really good at what we do.
Time now for the Trojan postgame show on KINA. Stick around for the game recap, final stats, and reaction from the coach. This is Trojan basketball on KINA.
Back here at Southeast of Saline, Devin Haney along with Tyler Smith. Postgame brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers after a Beloit victory over Southeast in the girls' game, 61-52. This game started out, Beloit scored the first basket, and then Southeast of Saline came down and got a three-pointer. Beloit would then establish a 4-point lead. Southeast of Saline would come back and take a 10-9 lead, and Beloit led by 4 at the end of the first quarter, 14-10. Southeast of Saline, though, would come back in the second quarter and just kind of start hitting three balls all over the place. Beloit actually had a 7-point lead, but 3 threes from Kaya Samuelson, another 3 from Reese Heinrich, and we were tied at 25. Beloit, though, will take a 30-28 lead into the locker room at halftime. It's just the second game this entire season that Southeast of Saline has trailed at the half. Third quarter, Southeast comes out. They had a good start out of the locker room, prompted a Beloit timeout, and got a 3-point lead, did Southeast of Saline, but Beloit came back and really put the clamps on defensively, and that's kind of what they hung their hat on to right out. That and really good free throw shooting tonight. Beloit was 12 of 17 from the free throw line, including 9 out of 12 in the fourth quarter. And there were times coming down the floor offensively, Tyler, that Southeast of Saline had trouble even getting a shot off, let alone a good look. I'm talking about any kind of shot before they turned it over or were forced into a really, really bad shot. Beloit's defense tonight really won them the game, but also you have to give honorable mention as well to Autumn Lorenz. She came into this game averaging 4.6 points per game on the season. She scores 15 tonight. That, with the usual great scoring night from Carly Smith, who had 26, leads the way for the Lady Beloit Trojans.
Yeah, Lorenz was fantastic. I mean, you can scout for people, right? But when Lorenz gives you 11 over her average, that's always difficult. But I thought Carly Smith was just fantastic. 17 points in the second half. I mean, you look at her only, when I say only 9, I mean, 9's a great first half by anybody. But you kind of understand what she's doing, but when she erupts for 17, and you talk about just that ball handle, that presence out there that she had, in that fourth quarter when things got a bit tricky for Beloit, you knew that press was coming, you knew that fouls were going to come. Carly Smith she wanted the basketball, she took the basketball, and she didn't miss a free throw the entire night. That's elite level stuff right there, and that's why, again, you can look at a loss and you can hang your head and you can think whatever. These are two state title contending teams, and Beloit showed tonight why they can be. And Carly Smith, agree with the crowd. You also want to go down Reagan Cheney, everything she did defensively. I mean, just the boards. You talk about the success that Southeast has, grabbing boards, not giving people second chance opportunities, creating their own second chance opportunities. Cheney just destroyed all those options right there. Tonight, Beloit just played really well defensively. They won the rebound battle, and then at the end of the day, it's Carly Smith and it's Autumn Lorenz offensively just stuck dagger at you.
We'll take a break. When we come back here in post-game, we will have final scoring numbers for you. We will also have a Vernon Jewelers Gym of the Game. It's all coming up. When we come back, Beloit wins at 61-52 over Southeast of Saline in the girls contest. More post-game coming your way after this, brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers.
Love your wife by giving her a warm butt for Valentine's Day. New Image Audio can install heated seat warmers on any vehicle, leather or cloth. Love her even more with a remote start that works in conjunction with your heated seats. Ladies, don't forget him. New Image Audio is Salina's #1 stop for hot vehicle audio, tint, truck accessories, and everything in between. Feel the love this Valentine's Day by being toasty from head to toe with New Image Audio. Call today for a free estimate. New Image Audio at 340 South Broadway in Salina. Farmers, it's time to start planning for the 2026 planting season, and Phillips Seed is here to help you pick the best genetics for your operation. From top-performing corn hybrids and high-yield soybean varieties to proven milo varieties and advanced seed treatments, we focus on products that perform where you farm, backed by local testing and proven on-farm performance. Phillips Seed helps get your crops off to a strong start. Visit phillipsseed.com and find us on Facebook or X. Phillips Seed, serving, innovating, growing since 1985.
The recent storm could have done a real number on your roof, but how would you know? Is your home vulnerable to future damage? Call Bryson Flax at Ryan Roofing today. An in-person roof inspection is necessary to evaluate damage. Rely on Bryson to perform a free roof assessment. Inspect, assess, and resolve. Protect your home and make sure your insurance policy provides the coverage you deserve. Roofs, windows, siding, and gutters on your home or business. Call Bryson Flax at Ryan Roofing, always supporting the southeast of Saline Trojans.
It's that time of year again. Beautiful snow and ice. But if that's not what you want on your sidewalk or driveway, Sage's fast-acting snowplow ice melt with anti-tracking technology and liquefier is what you need. Safe on vegetation and works at sub-zero temperatures. Plus, it's the best ice melt out there. So this year, don't be caught off guard when the snow and ice starts falling. Call Sage Products at 309-1919 or visit us at sageselects.com.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Back here at Southeast of Saline Gymnasium, post-game brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers. Beloit with a victory over Southeast of Saline, 61-52. Our final score. Let's go over final scoring numbers for you. Leading all scorers tonight, Carly Smith, 26 points for Carly Smith. She was 9 of 9 from the free throw line, including 8 of 8 in the fourth quarter when it mattered the most. Autumn Lorenz, 15 points for her, 8 points for Samantha Thompson, 8 for Reagan Cheney, and 4 for Landry Litton. For Southeast of Saline tonight, they were led in scoring by Kaya Samuelson, 15 points. Abigail Pearson had 12, 11 for Reese Heinrich, 9 for Reagan Duran, 3 for Sutton Douglas, and 2 for Veda Durfee. Good free throw shooting all the way around for both teams. Beloit went 12 of 17. Southeast of Saline went 8 out of 9. Turnovers, Beloit with 3 more turnovers than Southeast. That may surprise you at the end of this one. 18 turnovers for Beloit, 15 turnovers for Southeast of Saline. You look at our Vernon Jewelers Gym of the Game tonight. Tyler, you feel free to disagree with me. As always, my vote in this one is going to go for Reese Heinrich. I just think the way Reese played it, and we see her kind of do or games, right? She's either really good offensively or she's really good defensively. Tonight, she kind of had the complete game. She was all over the place. I don't know how many times we saw her against much bigger players taking a ball away or tying them up for an alternate arrow. Meanwhile, she hit 3 3-pointers on her way to 11 points. I thought Reese was sensational tonight. That's one of her better games of the season.
No, I would agree, and I like the term off-platform. We talk about off-platform plays with good quarterbacks. We talk about that with, baseball, softball players, plays that you can't just teach. We saw Reese go off-platform defensively so many times, probably doing things that she wasn't supposed to be doing, but ripping the basketball away, creating those turnovers, creating opportunities for your offense. And then when things, kind of got hectic, with the press, that's where we saw a lot of success. It was Reese just doing things, might not show up in the stat sheet. She, again, that tonight, definitely not an or game. It was offensively and defensively from her. Again, continue to grow. It's so easy to hang your head after a loss, but that was a great game from Reese Heinrich. A lot of good performances. You need great performances to beat a team like Beloit.
Next game for Southeast of Saline is here at home on Friday, the 13th. Against Minneapolis. That means the next day, Valentine's Day, Saturday. Valentine's Day Eve is Friday the 13th.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm relying on the Southeast Saline girls basketball team to deliver a present for me on Valentine's Day.
Anyway, more of my story is go in on Friday, make your Friday the 13th a lucky one, get yourself a nice present to give to that special someone on Valentine's Day. Go see our friends at Vernon Jewelers in downtown Salina. Look for that iconic sign. They have gifts starting under $100, and if you don't make it in by this weekend, you're probably going to be in a little bit of trouble, but they are having specials all through the whole month of February. It's not just for Valentine's Day. Check their social media for their current discounts. They will have weekly specials at Vernon Jewelers in downtown Salina. Reese Heinrich tonight, our Vernon Jewelers gem of the game. In a 61-52 loss to the Beloit Lady Trojans, time now to turn the corner and start it all over again. Game number 2 of our doubleheader is coming up. It's the Southeast of Saline boys, as they have their work cut out for them as well against the Beloit Trojans tonight. Beloit and Southeast. Right around the corner, we'll revisit a conversation we had earlier with head coach Francis Flax. We are 13 minutes away from starting lineups and the tip. We'll step away. Back with more Trojan basketball after this on KINA.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Love your wife by giving her a warm butt for Valentine's Day. New Image Audio can install heated seat warmers on any vehicle, leather or cloth. Love her even more with a remote start that works in conjunction with your heated seats. Ladies, don't forget him. New Image Audio is Salina's #1 stop for hot vehicle audio, tint, truck accessories, and everything in between. Feel the love this Valentine's Day by being toasty from head to toe with New Image Audio. Call today for a free estimate. New Image Audio at 340 South Broadway in Salina. Farmers, it's time to start planning for the 2026 planting season, and Phillips Seed is here to help you pick the best genetics for your operation. From top-performing corn hybrids and high-yield soybean varieties to proven Milo varieties and advanced seed treatments, we focus on products that perform where you farm, backed by local testing and proven on-farm performance. Phillips Seed helps get your crops off to a strong start. Visit phillipsseed.com and find us on Facebook or X. Phillips Seed, serving, innovating, growing since 1985.
The Southeast of Saline School District has a long-standing reputation for excellence. This excellence in public education has been a source of great pride and one of the factors contributing to the quality of life in our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation works in partnership with the USD 306 School District and the community that it serves to maximize student potential, thereby creating a lasting legacy, not only for our children, but for our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation salutes the Trojan Sports Program.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Time now to look ahead to our second game of the doubleheader. It features the Southeast of Saline guys, and to get us ready for that, head coach Francis Flax. And coach, it's been a while since we've talked to you, a full week off. First of all, let's go back and talk about the game against Sacred Heart in Salina 1 week ago. Last Tuesday, you take a loss to Sacred Heart, and just kind of things stay the same with Sacred Heart, don't they? They just keep on going and keep on doing what they do. I'm more curious, though, how you felt about your squad in that contest 1 week ago.
Well, it was a funny beginning to the game. The first 7 shots we took, not only did we not hit the rim, some of them didn't even hit the backboard.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a puzzle in itself. And then, once Sacred Heart gets on that roll, they're hard to stop. That's just plain and simple. And, it is what it is with us. We're playing with one guy that's got one leg, and now tonight we were missing another one, and so it's just with that game there. Truthfully, we were never in it. We couldn't keep the penetration, which we talked about before the game. We couldn't keep them from penetrating in the lane, and they get in that lane. If they don't have opportunity to score, they're going to find somebody that's open.
Yeah, absolutely. You have a week off. Was it a good time off for you? Did you rather have a game on Friday? How'd you feel about having that week off? It came kind of at a time where now we're getting ready for that stretch into sub-state.
Yeah, well, it was okay. We didn't practice Wednesday. We practiced Thursday and Friday. Now that's how we went. The girls were the opposite.
Okay.
And then we practiced yesterday morning. And I don't know, for some reason, these guys like 6:30 practices, and so do I. For most of my college career, all of our practices were in the morning. So that didn't bother me any, but we have, I think we're as good as we can be as far as health-wise, except for the one we're going to miss tonight. Gannon's getting a little stronger. He'll play a lot more minutes tonight than he's been playing, and he's moving a little better. Still not what he's not going to be what he was, and we've got to live with that. But what he's done and what some of our guys have decided that we have to play a little more under control, and we have to be playing for each other. And I think I hope to see that tonight. We know Beloit's going to press us, but if we don't turn it over in the press, we'll have a good shot. I've watched them on tape, and the last game they played was against Phillipsburg at Beloit. Phillipsburg turned the ball over 19 times, and 12 of them were against the press, and 11 of the 12 led to baskets. So we have to avoid that. And we'll just see. I think we're smart enough to handle it.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you about that. Pressing is one of those deals, you know as well as I do, it's feast or famine. People don't do it because they're okay at it. They do it because they generate points and they're able to get steals and turn them into offense. Your guys, though, I just have this kind of theory that I think you have a team that's built to handle the press if they stay under control, right?
Yeah, we have to be under control. We have to make smart passes. You can't pass against the press, cross court. You have to go. Yeah, it's got to be three quick passes to get it to where you want to be, and we drilled on it. So we'll see if it carries over into the game tonight. But we have to be able to. Then on the when they have the ball, we have to be able to guard also.
Yeah, 4 games left here in your regular season. This is kind of the home stretch, and really nothing's easy. I mean, when you look at your schedule coming up, it's every game you're going to have to fight for. It'll get you somewhat sub-state ready. So it's just one of those games that, as you said, Beloit, man, they're playing well too. We talk about Sacred Heart a lot, but Beloit, they deserve their flowers as well. They lost to Hayes at the midseason tournament they went to out in Colby, and they're a good team. They have a lot of height. How do you, with a team like what you have, where you don't have a lot of height, you have some athleticism, but man, they're big inside and they use it well sometimes.
They do, and he does a very good job of mixing and matching with those big guys. He'll start 2, but most of the time there's 2 of them on the court. And but that being said, then you put all your eggs in that basket, and then that perimeter game takes over for them. Yeah. So we just have to be pretty. We got to help and recover. That's the way that we have to play defense tonight. You have to help recover. And in the Phillipsburg game, Linton took over that game. Yeah. And they pounded it inside to him, and Phillipsburg couldn't stop him. And I don't know if we can, but hopefully we won't make it easy for them to get it into him.
It'll be fun to watch. Good luck to you. We'll talk to you after the game.
Thank you.
Francis Flax, he's the head coach of the Southeast of Saline Trojans. His guys tonight taking on the Trojans from Beloit. Back with more on KINA.
Lily Pad Septic.
Oh, hi. I've got a big night planned for Valentine's Day. Candles, dinner, string quartet, and I'm proposing.
Aw, that's amazing.
Yeah, unless this septic smell ruins it. There's a funk in the yard.
Ugh, you're right to call. Cole.
I'm on it, Callie.
The freakishly fast rock.
Hello, sir. Love is in the air, but so is sulfur.
I was going to pop the question on Valentine's Day.
She'd remember it, but just not for the right reasons. I'll jump in and see what's going on.
Cole asked me out for the first time on Valentine's Day.
Well, I hope my proposal goes as well as Cole's did.
Your tank's full, sir, and your drain field's squishy. She deserves a sparkling ring and a clean tank. I've got to tell Callie.
Come home safe, Flush.
If you need a flush in a rush, call Lily Pad Septic.
Lily Pad Septic. Thank you both. Wish me luck.
Callie, give me a kiss.
So you can turn back into Cole?
Nope, because I love you.
At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
Can-Equip's annual twine and net wrap sales event is on now. Save with preseason pricing on genuine C&H twine for round balers and square balers, small or large. Choose from a variety of proven net wrap like Armor Net, Legacy, Bale Keeper, American Net, and Varsity Net. Maximum length and maximum strength for the performance you expect. See your parts professional for select rebates and ordering at Can-Equip in Solomon.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help you with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach, right off Crawford, and in the Central Mall, Salina, and downtown McPherson. Based on honesty and trust, contact L&L Advisors today.
It's natural to think that insurance is complicated, but at Farmers Agency, we know a thing or two about helping to make it easier by explaining your available coverage options. And with over 25 years of experience in insurance, we can help you through the process step by step. Call Kniper Agency at 825-8419 to learn more today.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
4 walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now he's here to help you. Your home is out there. Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
Mary Maids in Salina offers house cleaning services you can see and feel. Your home is more than just a house. It's where memories are made and moments are cherished. Though life can be complicated, house cleaning shouldn't be. Mary Maids strives to take the stress out of your day so you can live your life your way. With more than 40 years experience and an advanced time-tested cleaning process, they can help you reclaim time with your loved ones. Find Mary Maids on Facebook or check out their website at marymaids.com.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Welcome back into Southeast of Saline Gymnasium. Devin Haney, Kevin Lilly set to bring you game number 2 of our doubleheader. First one was a really good girls contest. Beloit ended up getting the victory there. Now we'll do it all again here on the guys' side of things. Beloit comes into this game. They're really good once again. This squad for Mikey Dahl, the first-year head coach who came in from Goodland, is 12-3 overall. They're 7-1, one game behind the Sacred Heart guys for the league lead. They have won their last 2 games. Their last losses, they lost back-to-back in the last 4 games, but they lost to Sacred Heart and they lost to Hayes High. So that kind of gives you the caliber of competition that Beloit has been playing. They had an 11-game winning streak after losing their opener to Concordia to start this season. So Beloit comes in, they are good, and they are under the direction of Mikey Dahl. They will start Charlie Burke, 5 points a game for the 5'10 senior. He'll be out there along with 6'5 senior Luke Cheney at 7.5 points a game. Hudson Remus is a 5'10 junior at 4.5 points a game. Brody Litton, the big guy in the middle, the New Mexico commit for football, 6'6 senior, 6.5 points a game. And really the gem in the rough found by Beloit, Truett King, the freshman at 6'6", is averaging 15 points a game to lead the team. He is also grabbing 6 rebounds per contest. For Southeast of Saline in the starting lineup for the first time this season is Gannon Jacobson. The 6'1 senior is in his 3rd game of the year after coming back after injuries sustained during football season. He'll be out there along with Isaiah Kerr, the 6' senior, 4 points, 4 rebounds a game, along with Kane Sawyer as the 6'2 sophomore, 3 points, 3 rebounds a game. Tiernan Potacek, the 5'8 junior, is the leading scorer on the team at 16 points a game. Also gets 3.5 rebounds and 3.5 assists. And Adam Teal, the 5'3 senior, 12 points a game. He's the leading rebounder on this team for Southeast of Saline. Kevin Lilly, time now for our new image audio. Keys to success tonight. Southeast of Saline has the work cut out for him. How do you see it from your chair?
Well, I mean, for me, it's a size difference, right? We're outmanned size-wise, but there's a few things that we can do, right? We can get out and run and try to get them in transition, not try to slow down the ball too much, make them run up and down. And of course, it always comes down to rebounding, stuff like that. You got to do the little things. You got to box out, make those little extra effort plays and get on the ground and get those 50-50 balls so we can have a shot to maybe upset Beloit.
Southeast of Saline in their white jerseys, trimmed in purple and silver. Beloit in their road blacks, trimmed in orange, and a little bit of white on those jerseys for the Beloit Trojans. Truett King will be in the center circle. He will jump it up here with Adam Teal as we will get this one underway. Glad you could join us for Southeast of Saline basketball. Brought to you here on KINA and also online with live stream video by Mallory Clinic Sports Medicine, Dr. Andrew Westbrook. Beloit wins the tip. They will start out with the basketball. The Trojans from Mitchell County. Here's a three-pointer, left-hand side. Hits the front of the iron. Rebound is taken in by Kane Sawyers for Southeast. He'll find a quick outlet down the right-hand side to Tiernan Potacek. Potacek will find his way back to the middle of the floor. Now to Jacobson. Jacobson sweeps across over at the free throw line. Fadeaway shot is up and in. Gannon Jacobson, not only is he in the starting lineup for the first time, Kevin, this is his first game here at home.
I was just going to say that, Devin. It's at home cooking, right? We've seen that move from Gannon from, time to time, year after year, and it's good to see him back out on the floor.
There's a three-pointer top of the circle that's too strong from Truett King. That's no good. Litton, though, grabs the rebound for Beloit. That's what Southeast is going to have to contest with all night. They need to make sure, regardless what defense they're in, it may be a man-to-man, might be a 1-3-1, they find a body and box out.
Yep.
1 minute into this one. Here's Litton down low. Sawyers pushing him up off the block. Litton trying to guard. That's really good defense by Kane Sawyers, and they're going to call a foul. Boy, I just did not see it there, especially the way this crew called the girls' game. I thought Kane was sensational there on defense.
Yeah, Kane moved his feet very, very well and just stayed right there with him. And I don't know what he's seen because, it looked like he was straight up and down to me.
There's the free throw by Brody Litton. It's up and good. His first point. And the first point for the Trojans here of Beloit to start this game. Second free throw on the way, and that's an air ball. Goes into a dead ball and back the other way for Southeast.
And here's the thing, though, for Kane, right? We can't let that foul affect us moving forward, right? Yep. We got to forget about that and continue just to play really, really sound defense, and the rest will take care of itself.
And don't let that foul turn into three.
Yes, absolutely.
That has been kind of the MO of the Southeast team. They get fouls in clusters sometimes, and it's not good. Potacek brings it across now to Jacobson. Deep post entry now to Adam Teal. He might have got away with a little shuffle there. Officials, though, let him play through it. Now to Potacek. Tiernan, head and shoulder fake. Big steps on the left-hand side. They're going to say he traveled with the basketball. First turnover of the game belongs to Southeast of Saline. They lead it 2-1.
It's one of those Euros, right? Is that what the kids call it?
Beloit with it back. High post to Litton. Standing with his toes on the three-point line. He will go left-hand side now to Remus. Remus now to the left. Here's a three-pointer put up again. That one's off the mark, no good. And it's Jacobson with the rebound for Southeast. Here comes Gannon Jacobson. Trying to throw a pass right through the defense, and it went off a couple of different defenders like a rock on a pond, and it ends up going out of bounds. Last touch by Southeast of Saline, and back-to-back turnovers for SES. Francis Flax told me he's confident against this Beloit defense, but boy, they got to be patient, take care of the ball.
Yeah.
Last couple trips, they have not. Here's Litton for three. That's too strong, no good. Brody trying a long-distance shot there, and Isaiah Kerr will get the rebound for Southeast.
And if you're Southeast, that's exactly the shot you want. You allow him to shoot that all night long.
Kerr in trouble. Now he's going to find Jacobson. Gannon will spin off a defender, pull up from three. That's no good. And the rebound taken in by Truett King on the backside for the Beloit Trojans. The freshman's been sensational. He came off the bench for Beloit in the Colby midseason tournament that they played and had 36 points. That was off the bench.
And a lot of times, Devin, when you have a guy of his size, they don't move that well. He's very smooth with his feet and the way he moves.
There's a foul down low on Kane Sawyers. That's his second already. 5:38 left to go, first quarter. Remus had the ball at the free throw line, had it poked away. He had to chase it out to the logo. Beloit, though, keeps it. King on the left-hand side. Now to Burke. They'll swing it around, and it's a traveling violation against Luke Cheney. First turnover on Beloit. They'll give it back to Southeast of Saline, and into the game, Cale Lenners will come in, along with Joel Rexroth. Tristan Swank will come in for Southeast of Saline. Adam Teal with the ball. 2-1 is our score. 5:20 left to go here in the opening quarter. Jacobson up top with the basketball, top of the circle, floats to the right, a little pick and roll between him and Swank, and a careless pass there is taken away. And now a foul called in the open floor as Jacobson got tangled up that time with Luke Cheney, and the foul will go against Gannon Jacobson.
And listen, the pass is coming quick because there's hands involved, but that's where Tristan's got to get his head around quickly enough to see that coming.
Inside, little hard bounce and a shot put up. That is no good from Cheney, and the rebound by Adam Teal. Gannon Jacobson has taken over more kind of the point guard responsibility in this offense now. We see him bringing the ball up instead of Kerr or Potacik tonight for the first time.
And the thing is, we've got to set up to where we can get a mismatch against them inside, and it's going to be with Gannon. If they're going to switch everything, we've got to try to get Gannon down low.
Swank over to Kerr, now to Potacik. Potacik had a dirty handoff, but he's able to pick it up. Defender all over him. Now to Teal, who's in a double team, and a foul called there as Beloit reaching in. This foul will go against Beloit and will go against Hudson Remus, his first. First team foul for Beloit. Southeast of Saline has 3 team fouls. Hendricks Lund comes into the game. He will replace Gannon Jacobson. So Gannon about 3.5 minutes there to start this game. Hendricks Lund now back into the contest. He has the ball here. An 18-footer, in and out, no good. Swank on the backside, though, grabs the rebound for Southeast and keeps it alive here on offense. Back to Kerr. Cross court from Potacik. Now to Lund, who floats back towards the middle of the floor. We'll bring it back to Kerr now on the pass. We approach the halfway mark of the first quarter. Kerr uses a little chip screen. Now plays it on the pass to Hendricks Lund, and now to Teal. Teal goes out to Potacik. Tiernan will fire the three. High arcing shot off the backboard and comes off to the right-hand side of the rim. Here comes Beloit. Back the other way with it. Rexroth slammed on his brakes, played it to King in the middle of the floor. Now it's opposite corner, Hayden Nicholson. Boy, when you get past King and you look at the scoring of this Beloit team, there's about 20 guys that all average 6.
Yeah.
I mean, you just don't know where the points are going to come from on any given night, but Truett King has been their scoring leader with 15 per game here in his freshman season. Shot clock down to 8. There's a nice drive and a pass at the last moment that goes up and 2 for Luke Cheney. They took the shot clock all the way down to 5 that time. 3-2, Beloit leading by 1.
That's the thing, Beloit offensively, they're just very, very patient. They're going to get their look that they want. They're going to move it around, and then they're going to go and execute.
Here's Kerr on a drive, missed his left-handed runner. As he got to the rim, Adam Teal got the rebound. He was knocked to the floor. A foul called here on Beloit on that rebound. It will go against Luke Cheney, his first. So Brody Litton checks back into the game, as does Charlie Burke. Tiernan Potacik set to inbound here on Southeast of Saline's offensive baseline. Potacik looking, and that ball is going to be stolen away, but Rexroth couldn't keep it in bounds for Beloit. It will stay here with Southeast. They'll just flip sides of the basket.
If you look at Litton and Swank, there's a lot of beef there.
There
oh, man.
Here's a little rise up of a baby hook that is up and good for Hendricks Lund. Haven't seen that out of his toy box this year.
Yeah, you could tell he's being assertive early, though, right? He gets in and he pops that little jumper, and it doesn't fall, but there he's looking for his shot, and that's a good sign for us.
Gives Southeast a 4-3 lead. Here's Litton, now a little pick and roll opportunity there, but Isaiah Kerr came in and fouled Litton on the floor as that ball was coming in to Brody Litton, and the foul on Kerr will be his first, 4th team foul against Southeast of Saline with 2:55 left to go in the opening quarter. 4-3, Southeast leading by 1. Burke now back down low, and another foul called on Southeast. Be free throws coming up as the foul will go against Hendricks Lund.
It's right there. I got to disagree with that, right? I thought Hendricks was in really good position. I thought maybe they were going to give it to Teal, but they give it to Hendricks. That's just not a good call. I mean, Hendricks is right there, straight up and down. If the foul goes on anybody, it's going on Adam.
Hendricks, a lot like Kane Sawyers on that first possession where Sawyers got the foul. kind of ask, what else am I supposed to do as a defender? First free throw is up and good. Second one also good for Cale Lenners as he's able to bag 2 free throws. Gannon Jacobson will come back into the game, and he will replace Isaiah Kerr. 5-4, Beloit leading by 1. 2:50 left to go here in the first quarter. Lund with it, now to Jacobson. Jacobson looking in down deep at Swank. Nothing there, though. Now he plays it to Potacek. Potacek has it on the logo. He wants to drive. Beloit reaching in, pokes the ball away. Tierney gets it back, now fires the 3, and it's off the mark, no good. Here's Swank giving chase. Him and Litton run together in the corner. That makes you hold your breath. Now out to Lund for a 3, in and out, no good. Rebound, though, by Teal down low. Teal rises up over Litton. His shot bounces off the rim, no good. Swank gets shoved in the back on the offensive putback attempt, and Tristan will go to the free throw line. Boy, what an offensive possession there by Tristan Swank.
He's just everywhere, right? That's what I talked about, kind of keys to the game is those hustle plays like that. You know, the play is never dead. You know, he's going after all these loose balls and continuing to fight inside for an extra opportunity.
Tristan's 2 free throws. First one off the mark, no good. After the foul against Hayden Nicholson, his first for Beloit. Got to look at this Beloit team. Boy, they have some tools, right? They have kind of the team to make a run. They're deep. They play a lot of guys off the bench. They're big. They're fast. They kind of have it all.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, you know, those guys that they play, I'm sure that kind of maybe gets shrunk just a little bit. You get into a state run like that, and, I mean, they're 7, 8 deep is really, really good.
There's a steal and a transition basket that goes all the way down the left-hand side of the floor, and Adam Teal cashes it in for Southeast of Saline. His first basket of the night.
Right, but it starts from Gannon in the vision of the court to get it up there and thread the needle on that pass.
7-5, Southeast leading it. 1:49 left to go here in the opening quarter. Hayden Nicholson has it. He's going to drive on Teal, leans in and gets the bucket. Hayden Nicholson, his first basket of the night. That ties us up at 7 apiece.
And right there, the frustration is there was no help, right? Somebody's got to be on that backside for the help on a drive if you get beat.
Jacobson drives to the free throw line, now hooks it back on a pass to the left to Potacek. Now back to Jacobson. Gannon wants the 3 off the mark to the left-hand side, no good. Potacek battling for the rebound amongst 2 Beloit players, and it goes out of bounds. It will go back the other way to the Beloit Trojans. And every time we have a stoppage in play, here's 2 new Beloit players, either fresh off the bench or fresh off a rest. This time it's Luke Cheney and Truett King coming into the game.
And you know, and the difference is we're going to only play 7 guys tonight.
Yep.
It looks like they've got about 12. They're going to go rotate through.
7-7, our score. Here's a drive and a pass that kind of got knocked away. Still a Beloit player in the lane. And I hate to be insensitive because he hit his head on the floor.
Yeah.
But is that not still 3 seconds in the lane, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Hudson Remus got rid of the ball and then laid in the lane for I don't know how many seconds. But it ends up being a foul on Southeast and Truett King going to the free throw line. Missed the first.
And I was gonna set the scene. He ran right into Tristan.
Yeah.
Tristan did not move. He was straight up and down, and I mean, he just took all the contact and just laid there.
King's second free throw will go in after missing the first. Joel Rexroth comes back into the game. 8-7, Beloit leading by 1. 1:02 left to go here in this first quarter. Full court pressure now by Beloit. Kerr in the backcourt. Now to Lund. Now to Teal on the backside. 3-pointer on the way. Too strong, no good. He follows his own shot. Back to the cup, and he scores. Adam Teal with 4 here in the first quarter. Southeast back up by 1. 40 seconds left to go. Opening quarter. There's a crossover move by Cheney. Tried to test Swank. Now he's going to kick it out, and a 3-pointer by Burke is no good. Jacobson picks up the rebound. Up to Swank. Now to Hendricks Lund. Ball fake. He'll pull up from 7. That's no good. Loose ball. Swank diving for it. Saves it to Kerr. Isaiah now with a 3. That's too strong. And Hendricks Lund has it, and they're going to call a foul, on Adam Teal. Teal with a shove in the back, they're going to say. And a foul called on Adam. His first of the night. So we'll go the other way, and Beloit will have free throws off that rebounding foul. Francis Flax.
I'm going to tell you, I was watching that play unfold. That is a horrendous call. Right?
Well, you look at the
Adam
dynamic.
did everything he could. He didn't put his hands on him. He didn't do anything. He out-rebounded the guy, right, and he ends up getting called for a foul.
You look at the dynamic of the night, too. When you're the guys' game, you watch how the girls' game is being called because you have the same officiating crew, right? And when the officials seemingly totally flop how they're calling the game for your game, then what the conversation you had with the guys just kind of goes out the window.
Because that's about 3 already that we're sitting here just scratching our head about.
That was the second foul on Teal. Truett King missed the first, got the second for the second time tonight. All tied up at 9. 11 seconds left to go as we round out the first quarter. Lund with it, now to Swank, clock down to 6. Swank with it, now to Jacobson. Jacobson's going to have to fire here. He drives to the right-hand side, a leaner off the window, misses, and that'll be the end of the first. 9-9 is our score. Southeast of Saline and Beloit, the Trojan War, all tied up here at the end of one. Back with second quarter action after this. It's on KINA and also live stream video on SalinaPost.com. Presented tonight by Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, Dr. Andrew Westbrook.
Whether on the field, court, or in the operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 40 years of orthopedic service. If you need help staying active or just want to discuss options regarding the newest techniques and services and specialties that Salina Ortho provides, see one of our trusted physicians or visit salinaortho.com. Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
4 walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now, he's here to help you. Your home is out there. Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
9-9 our score as we start second quarter action. Welcome back to Southeast of Saline Gymnasium. Devin Haney, Kevin Lilly, Chris Cadle producing and engineering. Brian Dennett providing some live stream video free of charge on SalinaPost.com. Southeast with the basketballs. We are tied. Kev, pretty good defensive effort by Southeast in that first quarter. They only gave up 2 field goals, but Beloit had a chance at 8 free throws. Here's Kane Sawyers for 3 at the top of the key. Kane gets his 4th three-pointer of the season. 12-9.
Well, and the thing is, you're at home. Can you hang around long enough to put the pressure really solely on Beloit to either make those plays or to not make them?
The second game of the home and away for Southeast and Beloit last year went to double overtime in Beloit. Here's a steal by Isaiah Kerr. Missed the layup, and it comes away empty. Third turnover for Beloit, and they dodged a bullet there. Here they come back the other way. They launch a 3 in transition. Truett King gets the rebound over to Rexroth right-hand side. Beloit playing catch around the perimeter. There's a wide open Trojan that misses a 3. That's from Hudson Remus, and the rebound taken in by Southeast.
And right there, see, we leave a shooter open. We get a little lucky because he misses, but we're not paying attention to what our responsibilities are.
Kerr with it. Looking for Potacic. There he is. Free throw line extended left-hand side. Now he'll launch. His shot is up no good. Here's Swank with it. Plays it off of a Beloit player, and it goes out of bounds.
It's 3 or 4 possessions now for Tristan.
Yep.
That engine that we talked about, that we continue to say we could see things coming. We see things coming. Those are the energy type of plays that he brings to this squad, and we need extra possessions, and he continues to keep getting them for us.
And from a spectator looking from the outside in, you're like, man, what if you had 5 guys giving that kind of effort on the floor?
Absolutely.
Here's Potacic. He'll run in, put a shot up on the left-hand baseline. He's off to a nice cold start tonight. for Tiernan Potocik standards. There's a three-pointer. Maybe that'll get him going. Knocked down, and another rebounding foul. This one's going to be called against Kane Sawyers. And for Kane, it's his third. And Francis Flax still asking for explanations on some of these rebounding fouls. This is a third on Kane now. We saw Adam Teal get his second on about the same kind of call.
And that's what Flax is saying right now. I don't mind you calling that. I just expect the same call down here when they're rebounding.
12-9, southeast of Saline. 5:47 left to go here in the second quarter. Deep entry to Litton. He just backs Kane in and goes and scores. Brody Litton, his first field goal of the night.
And with 3 fouls, there's really nothing you can do. If you're Kane, you can't pick up your fourth in that situation. So you've either got to let him have 2 or just stay straight up.
Teal with it. He'll hand it off the dribble to Hendricks Lund. Now back to Teal. Teal lost his footing, fell down. Loose ball picked up by Beloit. Fourth turnover for southeast of Saline, but they get it right back. Isaiah Kerr has it for southeast. Over to the right-hand side. Potocik, skip pass now to Sawyers. Kane will bring it out beyond the three-point line. Back to Tiernan. Tiernan, spin move, gets inside of the traffic, and he thought he was fouled, and the ball goes wildly off the backboard in the hands of Brody Litton. There's a attempt back the other way, and a foul called on Adam Teal, who has his hand straight up in the air. Yeah, I see what you're saying now, and it kind of rang a bell when you said Coach Flex is probably just asking for the same balance on the floor from one end to another. We see Tiernan kind of a little bit out of control, yes, but still, why was he? And then we see about the same play on the other end end up in a foul on Southeast.
And to your point, that's a bailout foul, right? The kid's out of control. He has no business. The ball wasn't even in his hand. It was falling out of his hand as he was going, and it wasn't because of the contact. And I'll give him the same thing with Tiernan. The ball was coming out of Tiernan's hand, so you don't call it. I get it. But it's that consistency that you look for.
Cheney at the free throw line, made the first, missed the second. Teal still on the floor with 3 fouls. 12-12 is our score. Hendricks Lund with it. He's going to step on the accelerator, get to the paint, tried to score around Litton, could not, left it short, and the rebound taken in by Hayden Nicholson for Beloit.
I haven't seen this type of aggressiveness from Lund in a long, long time, and I know he's not hitting them, but it is good to see.
Yeah, because we know he can score, right?
Yeah. Because it's coming, right?
Yep.
He's going to get loose on a couple of threes, but if that drive starts to fall, then, man, look out, because he may score 30 or 40.
Here's a ball knocked out of bounds by Tiernan Potocik. It'll stay here with Beloit. It wasn't that long ago. It was about a week ago, matter of fact, that Southeast of Saline went to Ellsworth and Hendricks Lund had 20 points.
Yeah.
12-12 here, 4:21 left to go in the second quarter. Luke Cheney with it. Inside to Litton. Goes around Swank and scores. Brody Litton has the last 2 buckets for Beloit, and they're back up by 2.
Even defensively there from Tristan, that's actually pretty good defense. It's a little bit better offense from Litton, but, I mean, that's how you've got to guard him.
Gannon Jacobson there with a little hesitation move on Litton, was able to draw the foul, and Gannon Jacobson will go to the free throw line. So Brody Litton will get his first foul. Gannon Jacobson will step to the free throw line for 2. 2 points so far for Gannon. Scored those early on in this game, actually the first basket of the game. First free throw here is up and good. Truett King back in the game, the sensational freshman for Beloit, as we are halfway through the second quarter. See if Jacobson can tie it up with his second free throw here. Gannon's second free throw is in, and we are tied. 4 points for Gannon Jacobson, all tied up 14-14. 4 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. Beloit bounces it to King. He's being guarded by Jacobson. Now down low to Litton. Litton just goes right into the chest of Tristan Swank and scores. Boy, that's just 2 big boys going at it there. I'm not really sure what Tristan could do on that. Francis Flax is going to talk to the official again about that. But Litton made it, and he's at the free throw line. Free throw good. 7 points in the quarter for Brody Litton. That foul on Swank is his first.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with Flax. I don't know that I've seen Flax that kind of animated and upset and yelling at an official in a long, long time. But that is true. Like, what do you want him to do? Right? It's 2 big boys going at it. It's not like anybody had an advantage. And if anybody had an advantage, Litton created the contact. And I think that's what Flax was saying.
Here's Jacobson curling around. Truett King gets to the cup, knocked to the floor, and he will go back to the free throw line. Now the Beloit coaches are asking for clarification on that foul, saying their guy was straight up, which he was. Gannon's first free throw. Hits the front of the rim, and that soft touch coaxes it home.
And Bill Self's really good at that. You know, he gets on the refs, and then it seems like that next possession you'll get that call to go your way.
Here's Litton saving a ball from going out of bounds. Good hustle there by Brody Litton. Saved a possession for his team. They have it now on their offensive end, leading by 2. Truett King has it. Now to Rexrow. Now to Burke in the corner in front of the Southeast student body. Back into Litton. Fade away this time, and he nails it. Boy, Brody Litton's going to do that. He's going to be hard to stop.
Yeah.
That was a sensational shot from the big guy.
Yeah. Well, and Tristan is pushing him out further and further and further. But I think the key is you got to play his right, his dominant side and make him go reverse into your help.
Hendricks Lund put up a 3 from the top of the key. That didn't go in. Now Truett King trying to drive, and they're going to say he is fouled on the floor. Jacobson will pick up the foul, his second.
And at this rate, we may not have anybody left.
Yeah.
I mean,
nope. Sawyers has 3, Teal has 3, Jacobson has 2. When you only play 7 guys, there's a miss by Beloit. They go back to Truett King. He goes to the cup, comes up empty again. Loose ball again on the floor. Swank comes in, and Beloit on the baseline, out of bounds, touching the ball, will give it back to Southeast. And another hustle award for Tristan Swank. Boy, I love the game he's putting together here. Right now, looking at his right hand, kind of shaking it off a little bit, but, man, his effort tonight is on a different level.
It's unreal. I mean, he's been on the ground more than anybody else. And he's the biggest guy on the court.
Here's Potocik with it. Was going to pass and then pulled it back in at the last split second. Jacobson now has it. So he comes back out to the logo, center of the floor. Gannon to the left. Tiernan will fire the 3. Off the mark, too strong, no good. Swank fighting for the rebound, and it went over the corner of the backboard, and they're going to call that out of play. So it'll go back to the Beloit Trojans, leading by 4. (19-15). Beloit gets the basketball back. 2:19 left to go. Keep it tuned here at halftime. We'll go over stats from the first half, check the area scoreboard, and also recap the girls' game from earlier tonight. It's a really good game. Southeast came up on the short end of the stick. Here's a spin move in the middle, on the left-hand side of the lane. Truett King was fouled. And he'll go to the free throw line. Tiernan Potocik called for the foul. That is his first. So King back to the free throw line for Beloit. He's 2 of 4 from the free throw line. First free throw's up and good.
He just moves so well. I mean, They set a double down screen for him to try to get him open on the 3-point, and we chased, and then he cut in on us. But, man, he moves really, really smooth.
Be curious what his sport of choice is come the spring. Just a freshman, I don't know that much about him. I'm learning. Of course, he was sensational on the football field as a freshman quarterback for the Beloit Trojans this year. Here's Jacobson down low. Tried to score on a late double team. Running over there helping out was Charlie Burke. And it was him and King, and the ball went out of bounds. It will stay with Southeast of Saline.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a Beloit fan, football-wise, I mean, you've got your quarterback for the next 3 years.
Yeah.
You know, and you got a pretty good one, too.
Swinging around here, Isaiah Kerr was the last man to touch it. He'll shoot the 3 from the opposite side of the inbounds. That comes up short, no good. Beloit back the other way. Remus with it in the middle of the floor. Pulls back now. He'll go back towards the center and go to King on the left-hand side. 21-15, Beloit leading by 6. There's a pass into Burke. Now back out. And a drive to the basket that is an air ball and a layup. But getting it back and scoring it is Luke Cheney.
And right there, I think Isaiah was kind of caught in no man's land, you know, whether he could take that charge or not. And then 2 guys end up going out of bounds, and he comes back in to get his own miss.
There's a miss by Potocik. Beloit has it back. 1:06 left to play. There's Remus getting to the cup. His Elevated shot is up and good. Hudson Remus, his first basket, and a timeout will be called with 1 minute left to go. A 30-second timeout called here by Southeast of Saline. One thing, Kansas Bankers Technologies and Technical Consulting for helping keeping us connected, bringing you Southeast of Saline basketball here tonight here on KINA, and also live stream video on SalinaPost.com. Salina Fence Company, as well as Southeast of Saline's Booster Club. 25-15. It's been a pretty good half for Southeast, but here in the last 2 minutes, Beloit has put together some runouts, and Southeast struggling on offense. They only have one field goal here in this second quarter. A three-pointer from Kane Sawyers early on in the quarter. Other than that, the only thing they've been able to muster is 3 free throws from Gannon Jacobson, and all of a sudden they find themselves down by 10. 25-15, 1 minute left to go here in this second quarter.
And that's kind of been our MO all season is we keep ourselves in the game, and then we go through about a 2 or 3 minute stretch where we kind of go ice cold, and then they kind of heat up, and then we kind of bury ourselves and have to dig ourselves out.
High post entry there to Hendricks Lund, now out to Jacobson. Over to Kerr. Now back to Hendricks Lund. Skip pass, it's going to be poked and knocked out of bounds by Cale Lenners. Leaves Southeast with 15 seconds on the shot clock.
And that's where Hendricks is going to learn as he gets a little bit older that pass is never going to be there when they're playing against a zone.
Patacic lost his dribble, looking for help. He goes to Jacobson in the corner. Gannon leaning into the defender, gets to the cup, can't score it, tried to tip it out to a teammate, but it's going to be taken in by Charlie Burke. Beloit can play for the last possession here, and I think Coach Mikey Dahl wants to do that as he calls a timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout for Beloit to try to draw up something here for the last 22 seconds and try to extend that 10-point lead. So a 30-second timeout. Southeast of Saline basketball brought to you by Ryan Roofing and Bryson Flax. If you think your home has sustained hail damage or any kind of damage on the roof, siding, gutters, windows, call Bryson Flax at Ryan Roofing in Salina. Get a free estimate, see what kind of damage you may be looking at. Ryan Roofing works with insurance agencies to help you get the best out of your dollar as well. It's Bryson Flax at Ryan Roofing. Also, Phillips Seed Farms, Salina Regional Health Center, and Salina Regional Sports Medicine. Devin Haney, Kevin Lilly back here southeast of Saline. First time that Southeast has been at home since January 16th when they played Clay Center. Tonight, Beloit is in-house. See if the Beloit Trojans can score here, extend to that 10-point lead before they go to the locker room at halftime. Remus has it center of the floor. Shot clock is off. Brody Litton pops out. Now back to Remus. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Kerr has the rebound. Now Southeast has a chance at it. Clock down to 5. Tiernan Patacic with it. Tiernan, one pass to Jacobs at a long three at the buzzer. Won't go down, and we are at half. Good, strong finish to the half by Beloit. They lead it by 10, 25-15. We're at halftime. Brought to you by Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. When we come back, we'll recap the girls' contest. Also scoring from the half of this one, Shauna Smith will join us as well when we come back. 25-15, Beloit leading Southeast of Saline by double digits here at the half on KINA.
Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
And the second free throw is good. The Trojans have called timeout to make some important decisions.
Hi, fans. It's Winnell Garrettson from Salina Homes. In every game, there are lots of options to make the right play. And in real estate, the plays can be challenging. Whether you're a first-time buyer, upsizing for the family, investing in rentals or commercial property, or selling land, I have the knowledge to help you win your real estate game. It's sure to be a slam dunk when I serve as your realtor. Buy or sell, call Winnell.
This is the Trojan Halftime Report. Coming up, a first half recap. Shot at the horn! Stats, interviews, and a look at other area games. Now, let's get back to the gym for Trojan Halftime on KINA.
Back here at halftime, it's brought to you by Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. 25-15, but we're with a really strong surge there at the end of the half. to take a 10-point lead into the locker room here at the intermission. Time now to look back and recap the girls' contest from earlier this evening. Head coach Shauna Smith joins us now. And 61-52, Coach, you take the loss in this one. And, boy, this was a really good basketball game, though. I just thought kind of the overall capsule of the game. I saw some situational things go on in this game that I don't really remember you guys having to go through so far this year. Fouling at the end, kind of playing possession for possession. I don't know that it seems like either you win big or you're in a situation where that kind of stuff hasn't happened. How do you feel about this game and being put in some situations that maybe you needed to be put in at this time of year?
I don't, I guess comes down to, we talked about kind of who to foul and where to foul out, and kind of. I guess we got some steals and things that we were asking for. Just got to be able to convert on those things and turn turnovers into makes.
This game was really close. It was kind of played within a cage of about 7 points. They couldn't get away from you. You couldn't get away from them. Came out of the locker room, though, and had a really good start to the third quarter. You take a 3-point lead and you force a timeout. What changed after that? It just seemed like that they really kind of ratcheted up pressure with you on defense. They did a nice job tonight, I thought, playing with active hands and just anticipating some things. There were a lot of 50-50 balls in this game, but it just seemed like offensively you guys had trouble getting into anything on offense. Talk to me about that and what you saw.
Yeah, it's like one of the things that we talked about halftime, talked after the game. We didn't win any of those 50-50 balls. Every ball that was close, they got to, or, they got the tip ball and then it ended up the other way. We were close to getting things, but our reaction wasn't there. And, just like even those balls, the rebounds, we didn't box out, and we've talked about that, and we didn't do that. Pretty well didn't do that for about 32 minutes tonight.
Yeah, what else did you think of this game? Just kind of your opinions and looking at this game. I know you haven't had a chance to watch film yet, but what did you see in this?
We got to learn to sit down and, dig down and do some things. And when the game gets tight, and we got to get a bucket when we need a bucket, or a stop when we need a stop. I mean, a couple of times we had a stop, but then we didn't get the rebound. Yeah. Like I said, we didn't. We said then we gave them an offensive rebound, and then they came back and hit a shot. Or we got the steal in the and then we handed it right back to him on a turnover. Again, that was more in the first half we did that. Or we were close to getting the steal and whatever had our hands on it, and then we gave it right back to him. So there's things, we talked about that. Kind of our losses have kind of come up to just those things. Somebody making a play. We've had in this tonight again, we had 2 times in the quarters, we don't get a shot off.
Yeah. As far as the offense goes, outside shooting, I'm curious of your opinion, and I know what it is for you. Sometimes you're going against teams that are blessed with 6 foot, 6'2", 6'1". You don't have that, of course. And I know sometimes the three-pointer is there and it's open. Your girls have the green light to shoot. When you hit those threes, of course, everything's good. But when you're not, do you feel like sometimes you're settling for that, or where do you go from there? Is there another extra step that you need to take, or is that just kind of the way it is when you are outmanned like that height-wise?
Well, that's kind of what we said is we can't just keep. We kept going up the middle there, and what happened? We were not successful. We said that several times in timeouts. We kept going there. Yeah. We have to go there, and we have to go the ball from side to side, and then you might be able to get up into the lane there a little bit. But yeah, like I said tonight, I said we're gonna have to do a pull-up jumper before we get into the lane there. You're probably not gonna be able to go shoot a layup there unless their big kids are out of the lane. So there's just a difference in how you play a little bit.
I thought Reese Heinrich was really good for you. Again, we've seen her have some good offensive games. We've seen her play some really good defensive games. I thought tonight it was a complete game from Reese. She had 11 points, and I don't know how many times she was able to dip in and tie up somebody or get the ball from them when it wasn't her play to make, and she just happened to be in the area, and her awareness led her to do that. I thought she played really well for you tonight. Who else did you see on your team that played really good? It feels like Veda Durfee just keeps kind of like making baby steps here and there, and sooner or later we're going to see her with a breakout game.
Yeah, I hope that's coming here. She said she's kind of getting in there and get some minutes there. She's got to learn to play play hard or whatever. You can't give a possession or give up a possession or anything like that. And like Reagan Duran came in there and she doesn't always have a lot of points, but just all the things. Honestly, in our press, she really did a really good job in our press there. But she also did. She had to defend Smith, and I know Smith had his 26 on us, which that's still. She did a tremendous job, but Reagan was working her tail off there.
Yep, NCAA this year, especially on the girls' side, it's tough. And every given night, you're going to have a game. You turn around again on Friday, and you're going to play a pesky Minneapolis squad that will come in here. Minneapolis is kind of up and down this year. They've done some things that just don't make sense, and then they do some things that do make sense. What do you see out of them? It kind of starts inside with Bailey Randall Hurt, doesn't it?
Yeah, we're going to come out ready to play, and be more focused. I just don't think we felt like we've been very focused the last 2 nights. I mean, it kind of came out, no energy and whatever the last 2 nights. So we're going to have to come out and not just think that we went and beat them by 30 points, because that's probably not going to happen again.
Yeah. Well, have a good week. We will talk to you on Friday.
All right, thank you.
Shauna Smith, head coach of the Southeast of Saline Trojans. Tonight, Reese Heinrich at 11 points. She was our Vernon Jewelers gem of the game tonight. Beloit wins at 61-52. Here at halftime of the boys game, 25-15. Beloit leading by 10. We'll be back. Go over scoring from the first half. Get you all ready for third quarter action. Beloit 25, Southeast of Saline 15. It's a 2-minute timeout here on KINA.
Opening our doors in 1999, Salina Surgical Hospital specializes in excellence in surgical services and digestive health care. It is the depth of experience and the abilities of the physicians and nurses at Salina Surgical Hospital that make it the ideal place for high-tech and high-touch to unite. Patients tell us, I knew I was in good hands with the friendly and knowledgeable staff at Salina Surgical Hospital. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local community-involved physicians.
Are you looking to upgrade your home with high-quality flooring and appliances? Look no further than Salina Appliance and Flooring. We're your one-stop shop for all your home improvement needs. We offer a wide selection of flooring and appliance options. Visit our showroom today located at 740 North 9th or our website at salinaappliance.com.
The Appliance Center, your local, trustworthy, and family-owned appliance dealer, providing sales, service, and parts for Salina and the surrounding area since 1980. The Appliance Center, just north of Ace Hardware on Broadway in the red and white building. Stop in today and experience the Appliance Center difference.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
25-15, our score here at the break. Let's go over scoring for you. The only person in this entire game in double digits is Brody Litton for Beloit. He has 10 points here at half. 5 points for Luke Cheney, 4 points for Truett King, and then 2 points for Linners, Remus, and Nicholson for Beloit. For Southeast of Saline, they're being led in scoring by Gannon Jacobson with 5, 4 points for Adam Teal, 3 for Kane Sawyers, 2 for Hendricks Lund, and 1 for Tristan Swank. Southeast of Saline, 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Beloit, 9 of 13. Each team has 4 turnovers in the first half. And, boy, a really big surge there, Kev. When you look at the end of the second quarter for Beloit, they went from basically going back and forth on the leads, changing leads with Southeast, to establishing a 10-point lead here at halftime. Still a low-scoring game, though, 25-15.
Yeah, I think one of the things that hurt us the most is that we just settled for outside jumpers. We took a lot of tough shots instead of moving the ball and making Beloit kind of guard us for the full, 30, 35 seconds. I think that's where, if we can get Tiernan on pace and get him a few open shots and see some stuff go in.
And that's a big call to start the game there. Luke Cheney went stumbling into the lane, ran into Kane Sawyers, and they're going to call a charge on Luke Cheney. Up until that point, I was going to solidify your point and say, settling for jump shots, Beloit only has 4 fouls. Southeast had 12 fouls in that first half. But that is a turnover and foul number 5 on Beloit on that player control on Luke Cheney. 25-15, Southeast has it back now after the opening charging violation on Beloit. They go inside to Jacobson. What a pass by Adam Teal inside to Gannon. 7 points now for Jacobson.
And that's what I was talking about early on, is trying to force them. If they're going to switch everything, get that mismatch with Jacobson inside.
25-17, Litton inside, power bounce. Just goes up and finishes. His hands are so good, and you saw it there on the soft touch if you're watching video on Salina Post. And this is what I'm talking about with this team. You have Truett King, who is the youngster who seemingly can go inside, outside. You have a set of interchangeable guards. But, boy, when it comes down to crunch time and you might have a mismatch with somebody, you can just go Brody Litton 10 times in a row down the floor, right?
I mean, as a coach, it just makes you feel like a total genius when you have players like that because, I drew that up.
Yep. Adam Teal scores there for Southeast of Saline. Here's a lob pass inside to Brody Litton. Had his shot partially blocked by Kane Sawyers. Rebound now coming down, and Isaiah Kerr will peel it away for Southeast of Saline. 27-19. About a minute and a half has gone by here in this third quarter. Beloit with an 8-point lead. Kerr up top, being hounded there by Remus. Hudson Remus makes him give it up. Now it goes to Teal. Top of the circle, lob pass back inside again to Jacobson. Went up trying to score, couldn't. Tried to tap his rebound back out to a teammate, but Remus takes it for Beloit. Here's Burke on a three in transition. That's no good. Potacek has it. 3-on-3, back the other way. Potacek, middle of the floor. Has to go around a defender. Dumps it off to Kane Sawyers for two. What a pass by Tiernan Potacek.
Yeah, and things aren't kind of going your way offensively. You try to get, your buddies involved and get an easy deuce there. But the thing about this team is that, when we get down, we really don't give up. This team has an ability to fight, and that's what kind of gets frustrating is that they just fight the tails off.
Brody Litton in the middle of three Southeast players goes up and scores off the window. 29-21.
It might be odd to say, but it's almost like we feel more comfortable playing from behind. Just because we've been so familiar with doing it.
Here's Potacek on a kick out from Teal. Tiernan's had a rough night shooting tonight. Not a characteristic of him as he misses that three-pointer. We expect him to make all of them, right? Kind of the season that he's had so far. Beloit has it now, leading by 8. Cheney in the corner. His three is no good. Litton one-hands it, though, and he'll go right back to the middle of the paint. Shot up no good, but he's fouled, and he will go to the free throw line with 5:10 remaining in the third quarter. Litton heading to New Mexico to play football at the next level.
I mean, the way he's playing tonight, I think he could play both if he wanted to.
Well, it's my understanding he's also one of the nation's elite throwers, correct? He had track on the shelf as well, and I thought that was maybe where he was going to go, but then commits to New Mexico. Maybe he'll do both down there. I don't know. If you got a guy like that, got to use him, right?
Yes.
That foul on Southeast was on Adam Teal. That's his fourth. There's a shot that comes off hard off the back of the rim on the second free throw attempt by Litton. It remains a 9-point game. Southeast in some foul trouble here with Adam Teal collecting his fourth already. Saw that coming, though, the way the fouls were piling up on Southeast in the first half. Tristan Swank's back in. Swank holds it, left-hand side, now to Sawyers. Now to Potacek on the right wing. Tiernan gets inside of the paint. Nearly tied up there, but he kicks it out to Isaiah Kerr for three. That rims off no good. And the rebound to Truett King for Beloit. 4:39 left to go here in the third. Here's Joel Rexroth, who has checked into the contest. He'll play it back out to King. Those two occupied the backfield for Beloit's football team. King, the quarterback. Rexroth, of course, one of the state's best running backs in Class 3A. Here's Litton inside. Fadeaway shot no good. A Kerr will take it for Southeast on the rebound. Jacobson on the right wing. Two Beloit players right there with him, shadowing him. Here comes Sawyers now for the high screen. Jacobson goes away from the screen, now spins back in. Ball pops free, and it goes out of bounds at the Southeast of Saline bench. Last touch by Beloit, and it will stay with Southeast. Hayden Nicholson comes in for Beloit. He will replace Brody Litton. This team takes on a different look when Litton's not on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the stat sheet, I mean, it's the Litton show for tonight. I mean, we've done a really good job on everybody else. It's just he's the one that, we haven't been able to stop on a consistent basis.
And that's the thing. You play the mismatch, right? If you're Beloit, that's the guy we're not equipped to deal with right now. Potacek on the spin move got himself into a traveling violation there as he drug his foot. Joel Rexroth did a really good job defensively there, forced Tiernan into dragging that pivot foot and a traveling violation. So Beloit will get it back halfway through the third quarter, leading 30-21. Rexroth floats to the left, gets a high screen from Nicholson as he pitches it out to the right-hand side to Lenners. There's a three-pointer. That's up and good. Hayden Nicholson. His second field goal of the night. He has 5.
And that's kind of a tough mismatch for Tristan in that situation, because if he goes out, he's a little quicker than Tristan, and so Tristan gives him just a little bit of space, and he pulls up over him.
Potacek and Jacobson couldn't connect on that last exchange. The ball goes out of bounds. So Beloit will get it back after the second turnover on Southeastern in this third quarter. 33-21. Beloit leading by their biggest margin of the game. Southeast had it down to 6, but since then Beloit's gone on a 6-0 run. 33-21. Remus with it. They swing it around. Rexroth, and now Lenners on the right-hand side. Lenners wants to drive baseline. Now he plays it back out to Gunnar Gray, who has checked in. 5 on the shot clock. Here's Rexroth getting into the paint. He'll go reverse on the backside of the basket for his first points of the night.
And the most impressive thing for me about their offensive possession there, they ran the same set twice, and the first time it wasn't there, they ran the whole thing again and just made all the correct passes and went and finished.
Hendricks Lund with it, looking for a little daylight there on the step back. Nothing there. Now he has it back on the left-hand side. He'll try to get into the paint. Again, pulling up his dribble and getting stuck. There's Kerr now with it. Shot clock down to 2. They have to launch. Hendricks Lund for 3, and it's an air ball out of bounds. Good defense there. That is appreciated by the Beloit crowd behind their bench. The Trojans from Beloit will get it back, leading by 14.
Not going to see very many of those from Hendricks.
Nope.
Right? He's too good of a shooter.
35-21. 2:11 left to go in the third quarter. Here's a pull-up shot, and Rexroth now has scored 2 baskets in close proximity here for Beloit. His first 2 baskets of the night. He has 4. 2 minutes left to go in the third. Ball nearly taken away by Beloit. It's saved, though, by Sawyers. Off to Isaiah Kerr. His shot is up and no good. Here comes Beloit back the other way. Leading by 16. They continue to build that big lead that they've had here on the night. The only time they led by double digits in the first half was at halftime when they led by 10.
And the thing is, see, our offense isn't patient enough, right? We just go down and we take our first availability and we take it, whether it's a good shot or it's a bad shot. You know, whereas that's kind of the difference with what Beloit's doing. Beloit is they're running their offense over and over and over until they get just what they want.
Yeah, and it's a dangerous offense to play against as Tiernan Potacek gets a step back too. That one came from the baseline on the left-hand side for Tiernan, his first basket of the night. Finish that thought, though. It's a dangerous thing. You get into postseason play, then you're somebody like Beloit, and you're so patient running offense till you get points, and you don't have a shot clock in postseason play this year.
That's right.
Well, you can just run it until you get 2 or 3, and then go play a little defense, right?
And there again, if that's a strength that you have and you can continue to do that, you're only shortening it to the game, and you know you're going to be in the 30 to 40 point range, and this team is very capable of keeping teams in that range.
And how about a find, too, for Beloit? Here's a dunk on the baseline by Luke Cheney, who did a quick turn and was able to flush it. That was an impressive move for Luke Cheney. To finish that thought, though, you have Ryan Eilert, who, in my eyes, will go down in history as one of the best coaches in NCAA history in this league. Coach Eilert was so good and so steady for so long. And then he decides that he's going to hang it up and move on. Well, then you replace him with Mikey Dahl from Goodland, who he was at the state tournament multiple times. So what a replacement, right?
Well, and that's the thing. When you build a program like Beloit has, you're going to get a top-tier coach to replace the legend, you know, and so that's what they do. But they've got kids that back it up year after year after year, and their numbers, you know, solidify their basketball program even at the youth side, the youth level.
Here's a shot put up by Beloit at the end of the third quarter. It goes unanswered, and that will be it. 39-25 our score. As we go to the fourth quarter, it's a 14-point Beloit lead. We'll be back with fourth and final quarter. After this, it's brought to you by Mowry Clinic Sports Medicine, Dr. Andrew Westbrook.
Hi, this is Angela Gephardt from the Bank of Tuscan, and I'm still cheering on SES Trojans. Just like a great basketball team, we're here to assist, pass, and score big with you with our lineup of winning banking products. Whether you're looking to save with our traditional high-yield savings account, earn with Kasasa-free checkings, or secure your future with competitive loan options, we've got the tools to help you slam dunk your financial goals. Stop by one of our branches or visit Bank of Tuscan to learn more. The Bank of Tuscan, member FDIC.
At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Welcome back to Southeast of Saline High School. Glad you could join us for the Trojan War renewed here in the NCAA, Southeast of Saline and Beloit. And right now it's all Beloit, a 14-point lead. They built that lead up to as much as 16 in the third quarter. Right now it sits at 39-25 as we start fourth quarter. Southeast of Saline with the basketball. Hendricks Lund, Isaiah Kerr, Adam Teal, Tristan Swank, and Gannon Jacobson on the floor for Southeast. Remember, Teal has 4 fouls. Here's Swank now driving baseline, runs out of room there. Brody Litton right there with him. Now to Hendricks Lund, who had the basketball stripped away, and a foul will be called here against the Beloit Trojans to start us off in the fourth quarter. The foul will go against Truett King, his second. Nobody in foul trouble for Beloit. Nobody has 3, 4, or 5. Everybody with 2 or less.
And see, our action when we throw it in there, there's no action off of that throw in, that initial action. Everybody's just standing around.
Lund with the drive, has it poked away and taken away by Hudson Remus. He pitched it up the floor, trying to get it into the hands of Cheney, and it springs free. Adam Teal fell down, ends up in another Luke Cheney dunk. 2 dunks in the second half for Luke Cheney, and that was a freak play that just kind of, hey, look what I found.
Yep. And it looked like Adam may have hurt his leg or something like that the way he went down, so I'm not sure if he just slipped or what. But, yeah, they just kind of handed him a gift there.
Hendricks Lund down low, trying to post up against Remus. And now the black jerseys converge on him, and another loose ball up the floor to Luke Cheney. Now the ball on the floor. It's a scrum, 2-by-2. 4 total players, 2 from each team. They're going to call a loose ball foul against Southeast of Saline. It's going to go against Hendricks Lund. (41-25). Beloit will have it 1 minute in to this fourth quarter. They pass it in way up high. Brody Litton will run it down before it gets even close to the half-court stripe. Now off to Hudson Remus. He'll get to the free throw line. Out to Truett King. His three-pointer won't go. Long rebound, backside, taken in by Isaiah Kerr. He'll underhand it to Gannon Jacobson. Now to the right, Adam Teal has it. It's Kerr coming down the right-hand side of the lane. Kerr now stuck down on the low post. Looking for help. There's Jacobson with it. Gannon gets it to Lund. Lund takes a dribble to his left, jumper up and good. That was a really crazy move by Hendricks Lund. He had the ball in his right hand, but his jump took him to the left and away from the basket. He was still able to put it in the hole.
Yeah, and that's what we've kind of talked about. Like, he's got a range of scoring, which is so impressive for as young as he is. It's just finding that consistency, time in and time out, and when to pull up for that three, when to drive, when to use that mid-range game. And he's going to start to figure it all out.
Gannon Jacobson hits a 3. He has 10 points. 43-30. Litton down low, working on Swank off the window. Brody Litton's putting on a clinic tonight, isn't he?
Yeah.
Man, he's good around the blocks.
I think, though, Tristan's got to realize that, and he's got to take away that dominant side, right? He's got to force him back the other way, and I don't think he's going to be quite as good because everything we've seen from him is going to that right side. He's got to force him back to that other side.
We've seen Litton tonight fade away. We've seen him kind of go back and forth. That time he faked to the inside, faked to the outside, came back to the inside, was able to put it off the window at a weird angle. He's had a really good game. Litton with 18 leading the way. of all scores in this game. Beloit leading it by 15, 5.5 minutes left to go. Here's Litton now, toes on the three-point line. That one's strong, and now a rebounding foul will be called on Beloit. Hudson Remus came flying in and established contact. His second foul, second team foul against Beloit here in this fourth quarter. So Southeast will get it back. Hendricks Lund has it. He brings it up the floor. He'll dump it off to Jacobson. Jacobson fakes the handoff. The defenders switch, and now Jacobson will inherit Remus on him. We'll pick and roll with Adam Teal. Teal, baseline jumper, up and in. Adam Teal has 8 points. That was a nice play.
Yeah, some of the stuff that he does, it kind of, he makes it look really easy, but that's a hard play to make. I mean, that is a tough baseline, jumper to make over a defender like that. I mean, he just, for as little basketball as he's played over the years, he's a solid basketball player.
Beloit has it on their offensive end, again being patient. Now Teal will make a steal. Litton bumped him out of bounds with the hip. Adam went flying, and we'll play on. Southeast has it there on their offensive end. That turnover on Beloit, their third of the half. Here's Hendricks Lund, a left wing three, splashes it home. He has 5 in the quarter, 7 for the game. And all of a sudden, it's back to a 10-point Beloit lead. Coach Dahl might want a timeout here as he's waiting on his guy to cross half court, and he does. So Mikey Dahl will call a timeout as Southeast has shaved this lead from 18 down to 10, and we will take a full timeout as well. 4:14 left to go on this one. Southeast back within 10, 45-35. Beloit leading here on KINA.
Can-Equip's annual twine and net wrap sales event is on now. Save with preseason pricing on genuine C&H twine for round balers and square balers, small or large. Choose from a variety of proven net wrap like Armor Net, Legacy, Bale Keeper, American Net, and Varsity Net. Maximum length and maximum strength for the performance you expect. See your parts professional for select rebates and ordering at Can-Equip in Solomon.
Mary Maids in Salina offers house cleaning services you can see and feel. Your home is more than just a house. It's where memories are made and moments are cherished. Though life can be complicated, house cleaning shouldn't be. Mary Maids strives to take the stress out of your day so you can live your life your way. With more than 40 years experience and an advanced time-tested cleaning process, they can help you reclaim time with your loved ones. Find Mary Maids on Facebook or check out their website at marymaids.com.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline basketball on KINA.
4:14 left to go in this one. 45-35. Beloit led by 18 here early in the fourth quarter, but Southeast has cut it back down to 10. Into the hands of Truett King, and a strip from Gannon Jacobson, but a foul will be called here. As Southeast of Saline had King surrounded by 3 different players. They will call the reaching foul on Jacobson, and it will be his third.
And this is what I was kind of talking about earlier in the game. Can you hang around long enough to put the pressure on them? The pressure isn't on Beloit quite yet, but if you can get a stop here and get another bucket, the pressure starts kind of coming up, up a little higher, and a little higher, and a little higher.
I'd like to see Gannon just kind of reach in underneath the ball and take it in that nature, and got him with the arm bar there instead, and the official had to call the foul. Beloit now skips the ball across the Southeast of Saline defense. A runner that is up, no good from Linners, and the rebound by Tiernan Patacic. Boy, if Southeast scores here, look out. 3:43 left to go, still a lot of basketball. Jacobson for 3, that won't go, and a rebound underneath. A big rebound by Truett King. Kept Adam Teal off the boards.
And I don't necessarily mind that. I don't mind that shot, but I would like to see them run something a set. Right, put Beloit in a bad situation to try to get that to put a little bit more pressure on him. I understand if you hit that 3, kind of the crowd goes crazy and all that. He was wide open, so I don't really mind that one as much, but I'd like to see him run a little bit more offense.
Here's an offensive foul now called against Beloit that will end up in a turnover, and it will go against Brody Litton. For Litton, it'll be his second, and the third team foul on Beloit. So Southeast will get it back. 3:16 left to go here. Litton will come out of the game. Replacing him is Luke Cheney, who has 9 points. 4 of them rim rockers on dunks.
I wish I could do that. Man, that'd be fun. Just one time.
Here's a traveling call on Tiernan Potacek. You know, wasn't that long ago, Kev. I remember calling Southeast games, and there was hardly any nights we didn't have ducks.
That's true. That's very, very true.
Think about that, huh? We were spoiled then.
Yes,
Boy,
we were.
Those guys were always showing off. 35-45 here. Clock under 3 minutes left to go.
That's a hook.
Yeah, there's a big hook underneath by Nicholson. He comes up empty, and now Gannon Jacobson's going to play it out for a layup attempt that is up. May have been partially blocked by Beloit, I think it was, and now the Trojans from Beloit come away with it. Cheney will try to challenge Jacobson. He runs into him, knocks him to the ground, and it ends up being two bodies on the floor. Cheney and Jacobson both down there, and Beloit ends up scoring. Linners with two.
And I've said this before, and I'll say it again, this is the most frustrating call in high school basketball because it's got to be something, right? There's too much contact for the whistle to not blow in that situation.
Also, you have two guys laying down underneath the basket while play goes on. It's the safety
It's
thing.
a safety thing as well, absolutely.
Boy, that ball came out funny from Hendricks Lund. Had a little side spin to it. It didn't hit anything and went out of bounds. So Beloit will get it back. 2:04 remaining with a 12-point lead.
Right, but there again, we've had multiple opportunities only down by 10 to really cut into this, and we just can't seem to find that rhythm offensively to put the pressure on Beloit.
47-35, 12-point spread. Beloit leading. Underneath they have it. Now they play it to Truett King. He will attack the rim and score. Truett King hasn't lived up to his average here tonight, but he hasn't had to. His teammates have helped him out a lot. That's only 6 now for the freshman.
And what's so impressive about him is that he doesn't force anything. Like, there's nothing forced. And he may be the leading scorer, but listen, somebody else has got it. That's fine. I'll step back. I'm going to feed you. But then Linton goes out, and now he looks for his shot as well.
49-37. Adam Teal just scored for Southeast of Saline. 80 seconds left to go here in this one. Stay with us in post-game. We'll go over scoring recap, also of Vernon Jewelers Gym of the Game, as we round this one out. 49-37. Here's King at the rim, and they're going to call a foul on Gannon Jacobson. Jacobson might have got him in the forehead, and Gannon goes over and asks Truett King if he is okay. So Jacobson has 4. Truett King to the free throw line. A couple of free throws coming up here. See if he can extend the 12-point Beloit lead. First free throw is up, and it's good. He started out 2 of 4 from the free throw line in the first quarter, but he's made his last 4. Make it 5. 8 points for Truett King. Back into the game, Charlie Burke will come back in. Cale Linners will check out for the Trojans of Beloit. 1 minute left to go. Here's Jacobson, high screen, three-pointer, rims off, no good. Box out and a rebound by Luke Cheney for Beloit. They have it back. Tiernan Potacek picking up defensively in the backcourt, and a timeout will be called. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here and remind you that Friday is Saline County Farm Bureau night, along with FFA Recognition Night. The blue and gold backers for Southeast of Saline, in recognition of FFA Week, will provide free admission to all farmers and ranchers and their spouses. That will be for the varsity basketball games coming up on Friday between Southeast of Saline and Minneapolis right here at Southeast of Saline. So come join us in person for some Southeast of Saline basketball. It's coming up on Friday, as it is in recognition of FFA Week. Also want to remind you, Southeast of Saline basketball brought to you by Suburban Appliance, Isaacson Truck Line, Dan Goebel at Salina Homes, AJ Honey Farms, and Vanderbilt's. 3 games left after tonight in the regular season. We'll be talking about sub-state brackets here pretty quick. Beloit ready to put the cap on this one. They have the inbounds, leading by 14. They'll get it inside the lane. They'll kick it back out to Joel Rexroth, and they'll work the clock. 20 seconds still left on the shot clock. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Beloit Trojans. 18 seconds left on the shot clock.
I know our guys are frustrated, Devin. You know, at times they really do work their tails off. It's just we have lapses, you know, offensively and defensively that kind of get us in these holes, and then, you know, sometimes we just find a drought and just can't score. You know, because our games need to be muddied up at times, right? We can't go 4 or 5 minutes without scoring. You know, we've got to be able to run some easier offense to find a bucket or two.
And second quarter tonight for Southeast was that offensive drought time. I mean, Kane Sawyers started the quarter with a 3 from the top of the key. Other than that, the only thing you got through the entire quarter was 3 free throws from Gannon Jacobson. Then you go from exchanging leads back and forth in a low-scoring game. Kind of had this game exactly what you're talking about in that kind of clunky, muddied-up type of situation. But then, since your lack of scoring happened in the second quarter, Beloit takes a 10-point lead into the locker room. And they really didn't do a lot to earn that 10-point lead. It's just you couldn't score any points.
Yep.
53-37. They go in down deep to Teal. He'll put the shot up and make it. Adam Teal, 6 points in the fourth quarter, 12 for the game, and that will do it as Beloit will hold the basketball, and 53-39 will be our final score. So the Beloit Trojans get another victory. They will keep pace now with the Sacred Heart Knights, and still looking ahead to that rematch between Beloit and Sacred Heart. As Sacred Heart comes in tonight 8-0 in league play, Beloit now will go to 8-1 in league play. Overall, they are 13-3. While Southeast of Saline goes to 5-13. And in league play, Southeast of Saline now 4-7. Post game is here. It's brought to you by the Commercial Tire Centers. When we come back, we'll go over scoring for you. Also have a Vernon Jewelers Gym of the Game. It's all coming up when we come back. 53-39. Beloit beats Southeast of Saline here on KINA.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire-related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
February is the month of love, and at Vernon Jewelers in Salina, we've been helping families mark life's milestones for generations. Right now, we have items up to 30% off with gifts starting under $100. From diamond jewelry and watches to custom designs and expert repairs, our experienced team is here to help. Follow Vernon Jewelers on Facebook and Instagram for daily specials, and look for the iconic downtown sign, serving you for 142 years, because we're not old, we're just really good at what we do.
Time now for the Trojan postgame show on KINA. Stick around for the game recap, final stats, and reaction from the coach. This is Trojan basketball on KINA.
Back here on postgame after a clean sweep by the Beloit Trojans. They won the girls' game earlier tonight, 61-52. They also take the guys' game, 53-39. Final scoring for you looks like this. Leading all scorers tonight for Beloit is Brody Litton, 18 points for Brody Litton. He was the only Beloit player in double digits tonight. He got help from Luke Cheney with 9, 8 points for Truett King, 5 points for Hayden Nicholson, 4 for Cale Lenners, 4 for Joel Rexroad, and 4 for Hudson Remus. For Southeast of Saline, 12 points for Adam Teal, 10 points for Gannon Jacobson, 7 points for Hendricks Lund, 5 points for Kane Sawyers, 2 for Isaiah Kerr, 2 for Tiernan Patacic, and 1 for Tristan Swank. Southeast of Saline, 4 of 6 from the free throw line. They did not shoot a free throw in the second half. Beloit, 11 of 15 from the free throw line in this game. Turnover story, Beloit with 8 turnovers, Southeast of Saline with 8 turnovers. And a 53-39 a game for Beloit, winning this one. Tonight, our Vernon Jewelers Gym of the Game. Let's go with Gannon Jacobson. It was nice to see him on his home floor here in the senior year. He had 10 points tonight, most points he has scored in a game since his return, and his third game back for Southeast of Saline. So Beloit gets a clean sweep over the Southeast of Saline Trojans. We'll turn around. We'll do it again on Friday, as we will have Minneapolis in town. And again, free admission for all farmers, ranchers, and their spouses. Brought to you by the Saline County Farm Bureau Association and the Blue and Gold backers in recognition of FFA Week. That'll do it for Chris Cadle back at Studio Central. Brian Dennett on camera tonight, providing live stream video free of charge. It was brought to you by Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, Dr. Andrew Westbrook. For Tyler Smith, for Kevin Lilly, my name's Devin Haney, saying thank you for joining us. Have a good week, and we'll talk to you on Friday.